So I guess I'll start this one off. I'm excited. Oh, hey, so pretty, Tony.
Hey, Tony.
Let me drop it for her, Miss D. I don't know if she. I don't know. Can y'all go back and see it or not? Oh, okay. You know what? Look, I'm gonna upgrade. I'm gonna get Keisha to help me with that because Keisha makes sure we put it. She put it in the
Right. I was
yeah,
telling you,
email
ask you
it
about
to.
that. Ask you
Yeah,
about the
she'll
link.
email.
So I had a
Okay,
link. Yeah.
yeah, I
I
should
forgot
have
how to
put
do
it
it.
in the group. Yeah. Okay, so next time, Miss D, I'll put it in the group.
That's okay. Yeah, I understand.
Okay, guys, let's get this party started. Y'all ready?
Yeah. How you doing, Tony?
Let me know when you come in.
Kayla McBride. I'm a sophomore. I'm a guard, and I'm from Erie, Pennsylvania.
Novice McBride. Three and away, got it. Oh, my.
Describe my style. Uh, I would say I'm a smart player. I would say that I have a pretty good basketball IQ. I'm very much of a team player. I do little things. You know, I can score, I can rebound, I can do anything you really need to do.
McBride gets the rebound, put it up and in.
It's a blessing, you know, just being able to come here through the recruiting process and finally choose a
Hey,
school
so
where you
pretty.
feel comfortable and where you
I'm
feel like
good.
you're going
How
to
you
be welcome.
doing?
It's just a blessing every
I'm
single day when
good.
you work so hard
Let me
every day
change
in practice, just be able
Hey,
to put that
Tony.
that jersey on and go out and play. It's just a blessing.
Okay, let's
My
see.
biggest inspiration is my family. I want to be a great role model for my brothers and sisters. I'm the oldest of four.
What was your reaction the first time you stepped on campus?
Wow. I was only a junior, so it was kind of just, it was one of the first big schools that I visited, so it was kind of like overwhelming, but at the same time, I felt like a family. I felt like really welcome and like it was great family atmosphere.
Talk about some of your personal goals this season on the court.
Definitely a national championship. Definitely a Big East championship because Coach hasn't got one of those. And one of my personal goals is to be most improved in the Big East.
Pulls up, 10-foot jumper up, no good. Rebound McBride, puts it back up from about 8 feet out.
Okay, so that's the first one. Let me stop it. Ooh, Lord, McBride. Oh, okay, it stopped for itself. Let me stop sharing that one. Okay, so pretty Tony, we got two more clips to do, and then we'll dive into talking about McBuckets.
Okay.
So each time I have to share the screen, so I gotta each video you do, you gotta take one off and add the other one.
I got you.
It's crazy work. Okay, let me see. Is this the one I want to do next? Let's see. I think we'll do this one next. Okay. Hold on, guys.
What was, ooh, I was in a lot of pain. I knew it right away because I had felt the pain before. I was guarding Maya, and it was an ISO situation, and I planted back on my right foot, and I pushed off, and I just felt it like give, and it wasn't even like a loud noise or anything like that. It was just like a small crack. Everything kind of went silent. You know, I don't think it was anything that I necessarily remember about it. Just not again. The reasons I am who I am is because of the game that I've been playing my whole life, and to have to go without it again for another 4 or 5 months, probably longer, that hurts. When you're playing, you get in the schedule, and it's like, okay, every day I wake up, this is what I do, and you forget about the little things, the spiritual aspect, the emotional aspect, the relationship aspect, and all of those things are able to grow if you want them to, but it is a vulnerable state. No, it was my dribble.
Use your dribble?
Yeah, but I was doing it too easy, and I'm coming up in my. The biggest thing I struggle with right now is people forgetting who I was before my injury. I got hurt in July, and the season went on. Like, it wasn't like it stopped because I got injured. So to know that people might forget who you were, that all-star, that top scorer in the league, you know, that person on the San Antonio Stars, that's hard. Now it's like I had to prove myself all over again. It's a tough feeling, but every day I wake up and I make that choice to prove everybody wrong. Some people play the game because they're good at it. Some people play it because they're athletic. I do it because I am literally in love with it. And so it's not about anything else for me. It's just that. And that's my motivation. Even on those tough days, I remember why I do it. It's because I'm in love with it. And it's so hard because I was so angry at first. You know, I'm like, why is this happening? Like, maybe this isn't what I'm supposed to be doing. And because for that split second, you do think that. You're like, maybe this happened again. You know, it's like, I didn't know. I just didn't understand. This is probably the hardest part of my day, just because it's not basketball related. So it takes a little bit more mental for me, but it's probably the most important part. When you get injured, everything kind of shuts down for a little bit. Anybody who's gone through rehab knows rehab therapy is probably the hardest part for any athlete. It forces you to have to deal with everything that has been neglected while you're injured. And that's probably the hardest part, is feeling yourself be weak and feeling yourself have to start all over. It does get frustrating because I want to be really good at it, but I know it's going to take time, and I want to do it right. You know, I don't mind being frustrated. I don't mind being challenged. I feel like that's when the best of me comes out. I don't see my injury as a failure, but it's something that you learn from, and I feel like the most successful people are the ones who were able to fail and then succeed.
Okay, guys, and we got one more, and that'll be it, and then we'll get into it.
A dog. Why? Because I have one. He's my favorite guy in the whole world. Tucker. He's a Pomsky. What's his name? Tucker. What's your favorite song? Oh, my favorite song. It used to be More Money, More Problems by Choice B.I.G., but I think my favorite song, probably Easy on Me by Adele. That's like a very, very wide range. Mm-hmm. Yeah, but I was a young kid and I grew up, so let's just say that. And your feels? Yeah. Favorite type of food? I'll say Italian. And what any specific dish that you like? I love Alfredo. It took a long time. But I love a good spaghetti and meatballs. A classic, nice homemade one. But if you were a type of oh, that's so funny. I would say linguine, not the super thick fettuccine, but like a little bit thinner. That's spaghetti. Yeah, I know. Who has the best style? Fee has a pretty good style. Fee has her own style. I like it. She like style. She's like casual but cute. It's cute and it's so her. You know, she never deviates from like exactly shit. I like it. What do you think about Minnesota? The food culture is crazy. It's so good. I really enjoyed like experiencing the food culture, like Pizza Luce, finding all these like little hole in the wall spots. The food is amazing. If you could have dinner from her food. Adele. I love her. What do you guys talk about? I don't know. We talk about a lot of things, I think. I think we talk about everything. It doesn't have to do with singing and basketball. I think it would just be more like just about like personal things, like just friend stuff. And then who's your role model? My role model is probably my mom. Uh, she's raised 4 kids, all different generations. She put herself through nursing school when I was in high school. Um, she's worked her whole life. She's just the sweetest, most kind-hearted person, and I look up to her, especially as a mom.
Okay, guys. That's our McBuckets right there. How you guys feeling tonight? We're on D Block.
How you doing?
Oh, I hear you, Miss D.
Oh yeah,
Hey,
I'm doing
Tony.
good. I muted my mic while I listened to it, but yeah, I'm doing great tonight.
Yeah, I'll be doing that too, so pretty totally. And then I forget. Yeah, so okay. So as you can see, how McBucket started out, her college days. She's still now today. She's a better player, but she still was good when she started out. And I think it's important to know, like, from her college days to now, who she was and who she's become, especially coming off of injuries, and she felt like once she got to the Lynx that was like a home for her. They made her feel appreciated, like she was at home, and yeah, for the players coming back, from injuries, they do, once they make a name for themselves, they got to keep that name. So it's like they got to continue to prove themselves, and that's not easy. Coming off an injury, dealing with your mental state of coming off an injury, and still be able to dominate the game. And Matt Buckets this year, she is dominating just like she was last year. But I think this year is a much better year for her so far. Not that Matt Buckets cannot, shoot the ball or play the game. She's a very good player. Even just watching her, you don't never know if you can keep Matt Buckets calm. You probably can, on the opposite team, you could probably win the game. But when Matt Buckets is on a heater, she is no joke. But also, she also played overseas and she got MVP overseas or whatever. So Matt Buckets, she's playing unrivaled. She's playing the W. And she's playing, what I'm saying, overseas. So she has a busy schedule. So I'm glad, like, this year that she took some time out to get herself together, because that's a lot, just straight up ball, and you don't get, it's like she's not really getting a whole lot of break into it. But this year she was able to take some time off. And this is the thing, when we have good players like this, that are part of this league, people need to know about them. People need to see what type of character they have off the on and off the court. And so when they get on the court and they do certain things, and we'd be like, okay, well, why does she act like this, or why does she do this? You kind of get a better understanding of the player, instead of just saying, oh, unless you just want to be one of those people that just rate them on the game, their playing style or whatever. But even with the playing style, they still can change up and do something different. You be like, whoa, I didn't know she had that in her. And she also was saying that she didn't start off being no 3-point shooter. You know what I'm saying? So it's like she has a little dog in her too. Like she's a fighter. She didn't give up. And like she said, you do want to give up when you have that second injury, and you're aware of that second injury, and you still got to go back out there. But I think with McBuckets, I believe she works hard. I believe that she loves the game, to play in so many different ways, like in so many different ways and so many different organizations or whatever. Um, and just to see her fight through her injuries, just watching her play, talking her junk. Let me tell you, McBuckets, person, how, like, you look at a person, you be like, that's not McBuckets talking. You know what I'm saying? McBuckets look a little more, and she could be a little more hardcore or whatever, like a dog type. And then she comes, oh, she's so sweet and innocent, guys. Like, I was like, oh, McBuckets. But I'm quite sure it's different on the court because you're competing. But just to see McBuckets in a different way makes a difference too. Miss D, what do you have to say?
Oh, definitely. I watched her. She's very. I know people know who she is,
Mm-hmm.
and without her, the Minnesota Lynx, when she play good, they usually come out with a victory. So she's underrated but overrated, not overrated, underrated, but she's there, and it's kind of weird to describe that because when you think about the Lynx, sometimes you overlook her. You overlook her because you look at that fee, you look at that Courtney Williams, and you over under don't look at her. But usually when, like I said, when she's playing well, they win. And then when
Mm-hmm.
Fee out, she can when she's playing well, they still win even with Fee out. You talk about how she overcame the injuries. You noticed in the clip that you played, she get her work ethic from her mom, who she says she's raised 4 kids and
Mm-hmm.
all different generations, and her mom went to nursing school, which is tough. Nursing school is tough.
It
You got to
is.
raise the
Yeah.
kids, so she learned that no matter what, you got to work hard, and it's not gonna be easy, but you can do it. So I think she learned that from her mom, the work
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
ethic. So yeah, she just a hard worker. Yeah, she a talker junk, but she's the actual MVP of the team. I know that sounds weird. Um, she Fee is gonna be Fee, but when she do her thing, then usually the Lynx win when she play well. So yeah,
And
that's
most
what
of the time she do, Miss D. Most of the time she do. She might have some, of course our players gonna have some off, some off games, but that's the thing. They be trying to block my buckets because they know she get on the heater, that's it.
right.
And she straight, she shoot them like it's no tomorrow. Like your eyes can't even blink, and Matt Buckets be done shot.
Right.
Okay, so pretty, you got the floor, girl.
Okay, so first and foremost, I want to say shout out to McBuckets, right,
Mm-hmm.
for making the All Star team this year. Regardless of how she got there, whether she was a pick or not, and then she ended up having to come and sub in for an injured player.
Mm-hmm.
However, she was there. It was a great showing for her to actually be there and enjoy being there with her teammates, Fee and Courtney, right? But
Right.
it's something for her to hang her hat on to say it's another accolade for her. But I watched her when she was picked and was playing for the Silver Stars, right?
Mm-hmm.
Before
Mm-hmm.
she got hurt and all those things. But I just kind of want to go through some of the notable highlights of
Okay.
McBride, right? All
Mm-hmm.
Star season, which was
Mm-hmm.
this year, you know, the explosiveness performance that she's had this year alone,
Right.
but,
Right.
and just averaging
20
throughout
something.
the month of June, right?
Mm-hmm.
Averaging and dropping 29 points,
Yes.
included in 15 of four, in 15 of 4 quarters, right? So that is astonishing that she can do that. She's what you would call a quiet assassin.
Yeah, right, Tony,
She's
because you know her voice is so mellow, you know what I'm saying?
Yes, yes, she's a huge quiet assassin. She can come in and kill you, and you wouldn't know. You're like, man, where did she come from? Man, where did she get 29 points from? It was so quietly done, right?
Hmm. Hmm.
But she does those little chippy things that you don't expect players to do, and Fee knows how to play off of her, right? Fee will
Right.
get hers, Courtney will get hers, and the rest of the players around her will get it done. But when they know that they need a big bucket, who do they go to? McBuckets.
Okay.
They go to McBuckets, right? But
Mhm.
for her to average 14 points per game, 2.3 rebounds, 3.1 um, assists per game, and just getting that done on a dated on a night by night basis, game by game is crazy. Now she don't average a 3.1 assists per game all the time, but that's her average for the season, pretty much on any given night, right? And so
Mm-hmm.
she's not in that big number with all of your big names like Fee, Asia, um, uh, uh, I'll even name Caitlin when she's playing, right? She's not a name right now because she's not playing, but when she's playing, it's her. A Kelsey Mitchell, a Angel Reese when she's playing, Ariel
Right.
Atkins when she's on her game. Um, let's also say uh, Paige Beckers, Citron, and the list goes on. We could
Right.
name all of the top players, Alyssa Thomas. We can continue to go on throughout the league of all of the players that are having great games. But this quiet assassin, nobody's talking about. So I'm glad you're doing your segment tonight on her and giving her accolades because it is well deserved. And as you continue to do this, ADP, this is something that's phenomenal, right? Because we want to be able
Yes.
to give all of these players their flowers and kind
Mm-hmm.
of talk about what it is that they do and how they fit within the realm of their team and how they are a factor, right? They are a big factor and how they can be the X factor in the big moments. And that is McBuckets. She's the X factor when they need something big. That is her. And I love that she's such a quiet assassin.
Yeah,
But
she's so.
but just just watching her do her thing and just let's just take August alone because that's where we are right now. 8 of
Mm-hmm.
11 in one of her games. 8 of 10 in another game down the stretch. 20 for 24 points.
Right.
Who would have thunk it? Because
Right.
she's so quiet. So I just wanted to make sure I pointed some of those things out for her. Field goal percentage at 42, 3.4 field goal percentage at 40.2%, and free throw percentage at 93%.
Yeah.
But
She.
nobody's talking about it.
No, they're not. Cause and she's showing out this year, Tony.
Mhm.
You know
Yep,
why?
that's
Because she's not. You know what? Unfortunately, people look at flash. Like the
yeah.
players
They
you
look at
name
that.
have some kind of pizzazz to their game, and she just go out and get buckets. Like you said, my buckets.
Yeah,
So a lot of times it's not flashy, but it works for her and it works for the Lynx. So
yeah, yeah.
that's why she doesn't get the credit. Unfortunately, that's kind of crazy. But yeah, she's not flashy. So
Yeah, but the efficiency
exactly.
Mhm.
is just crazy. It's
Yeah.
crazy. So I mean, her splits are just they're off the charts. So I'm gonna say it again: field goal percentage at 42.8, 3-point percentage at 40.2, and free throw percentage at 93.8. You can't get no better than that.
No,
Just
you
in this
can't.
season alone, 14 averaging 14.8 points, 2.4 rebounds, 3.4 assists, steals 1.3 a game. That's an all around game right there.
And that's
Right.
weird because when they talk about Notre Dame guards,
Uh
they
huh.
always talk about Jewel Lloyd and Skylar Diggins
Yeah,
and
you rarely hear.
Enrique and
Mm-hmm.
even Marina. They never talk about her, and that's but she's better than most of all of them. You
Yeah.
know, as far as
Yeah. Yeah.
efficiency, yeah. So they never talk about her as the Notre. You know how they talk about Notre Dame as guard you, but they never
Hmm.
talk about
Right.
her. It's kind of weird.
Yeah. I like her game, man. Her game fits in
Yes.
so well
Yes,
with
it
the
does.
Lynx. And I just love her on that team. The dynamics on that team for each of those players complement them together so well. I
Yeah.
don't think that they could have put add a better piece to that team when they did the trade than the player that they did in my little girl right there. When I say that they got the right player to come over and play with them and to be able to sustain for someone while Fee is out, I'm telling you, that was great. That
Right.
was great. She complemented that team. She fit in with that team very well, and she
Hmm.
just missed seatbelt. You know,
Yep.
Miss Seatbelt fits right in, right?
Yep, she is.
Yeah.
But
And
she
go ahead.
went and she molded herself in, and she did the things that she's supposed to do as a guard. And
Yeah.
she's happy, right?
Right.
And she's
Right.
happy because who doesn't want to be on a championship team? And hell, I'll come off the bench too if you put me on the team that I know gonna end up in the end up that's going on a championship run. It's gonna end up in the championship game.
Right.
Right.
I would be completely surprised if they don't end up in the finals. That would be a fluke to me. That would be a setup if I've ever seen one if they don't make it, right? But it's
Yep.
going to
Right.
be because of this young woman right here, McBuckets. McBuckets is the quiet assassin. Miss Buckets is the person they're going to go to. Watch how Fee set her up. Fee plays off of this. I don't care how many points Fee
Yep.
has. Watch
Right.
how Fee plays off of this beautiful young woman right here. They play so well together.
And
Courtney
that
gonna
makes
get
a difference.
hers. Courtney gonna get to the basket. Courtney gonna get to the gaps. Courtney gonna make the dimes, the right dimes that she needs to make. But she gonna dish out and kick it out when she needs to kick it out. And it's going right there. It's going to two people. It's going to Fee, or it's going to make buckets. Watch it. It's a beautiful, beautiful thing to watch the Lynx. Now, being on the panel last night was great, and I talked about on the panel. It talked about the MVP candidates, right? And
Hmm.
I gave Fee and Asia a tie, only because of the amount of times that they've been out, right? But Fee has had such a phenomenal run for the games that she did play that she
Hmm.
edges over everybody, right? And so we know that she's MVP.
Right.
But the things that Lanissa Thomas has done, I think
Oh my
that
God.
she's so
She's next.
deserving. I think that she's so deserving. So, in my opinion, I think she should get it. But
I
is
think
it?
so too.
But is it going to be the accolades of what's going to happen? No, it's going to
No.
go to Fee.
No.
We know that, right? But when you're
Yeah.
voicing your opinion, you're going to give your best opinion. But when you do your analysis, you want to do your analysis based on facts.
Yes.
So it has to be facts over feelings, right?
Yeah,
So,
it
and
does.
in this case right here is definitely facts over feelings because the numbers don't lie.
Woo. Say it again. So pretty, Tony.
And this here, McBuckets, thank you again, ADP, for bringing her up. I like this. The synopsis for this young lady is great. I'm glad
Yeah.
we're speaking on her. I'm glad she's got getting her flowers tonight. I'm glad we were able to um, speak on her and give her accolades for the things that she's done in the league thus far, and also to kind of show where she's come from, right? She's had a
Right.
journey. She's had a
Yeah.
journey. And the thing is, a lot of these ladies have stories.
Everybody got a story to tell, so pretty, Tony. And
Yes.
this is what, for me, this is coming from my show. This is what I want to do. I want to understand the play. I want everybody in the chat and everybody on the panel as we continue to understand the player first. So that
Mhm.
when they on the court, you get a better outcome. You get a better look. You fighting for a play. You be like, yeah, she cool. You know what I'm saying? You know her characteristics. If she's really into the game. Just different types of things or whatever plays a major part when she plays the game. So
Yeah.
why not get to know the player that you are rooting for, the player that you need to do this, or whatever the case may be. Why not get to know who that person is off the court? Because everybody has a testimony, everybody has a story. And yes, we love our Angel Reese, we love our Camilla. Everybody deserves their flowers, even if I agree with them or not. These players all have a story to tell, and it should be told. We should continue to uplift these ladies because like McBuckets. You hear about yes, you hear about McBuckets with highlights every now and then, but she doesn't get that type of attention like Fee and Courtney does. You know what
Right.
I'm saying?
But right, she don't. But I like the way she doesn't crash out. She just do her job, and you look up, and she has 20+ points and assists and steals. She playing defense. She just play her what she do. She do what she do, and she let Fee do what she do. So I hope she do. I don't think she'll win it, but I hope she be at the top three. you know, she
Well,
deserve it.
you know,
And
McBuckets
MVP.
got her too. Now, don't get it twisted. Now she's soft spoken, Miss D, but McBuckets had her moments too. Now when she be on the court, you just
Oh
get
yeah, she knows how to crash out when she
Oh
you
yeah,
just
needs.
she do, but she usually don't a lot, so she's not a crash out like Skylar. She's not Skylar. She's spicy, but she's not Skylar.
Oh
she's
yeah,
not
you
Debo.
see what Donna say? Donna see
oh
McBuckets never won a chip, so
oh
that
yeah
she's playing her best. That she
yeah.
is. That
I
she
Concerned
believe
about
is.
them
I
about winning the
believe the
chip.
Lynx can take it. I believe they can take it this
Well, you
year.
know what? I'm still upset with the with Cheryl Reeves because one thing that you notice, teams like New York and Phoenix or whoever they had to play are big, and they kind of didn't get the big players I wanted them to get far as the post. And that put a lot of pressure on Mac, but I say Mac Fee Buckets, but Fee and Mac Buckets. I'm trying to put their names together, but
Right.
so yeah, we'll see, but
Right. But look, Miss D,
uh,
that you are absolutely right. But even though they're undersized,
mm-hmm.
which they did kind of do a little bit of something with the this
I
year
I
versus
see the
last
big
year,
girl.
right?
Yeah, yeah,
But because they got a big monster, but I mean she's a well, I will call her more of an enforcer than what
right,
they're trying to call Sophie, right?
right.
Sophie is just a kamikaze. She's not an enforcer. She's more kamikaze than anything else than an
Right.
enforcer. But they have an enforcer on the links now that
Mhm.
helps inside that paint, right? You see how she was able to do some things in the paint against a lot of people since she's come. But even though they're a undersized team, they're skilled, and so a skilled player can beat out anybody on any given night, right?
Right.
So it doesn't matter how shifty or quick you think you are. If you skilled, you on top.
Mhm.
So
Well, yeah, that's true. But I mean, I hope they can do it. But one of the things that happened last year is that they ran out of gas, and the Liberty was big, and they was deep.
mhm,
They had a bench. But we'll see.
I
yeah,
think they learn. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you have to get that spanking to get it together. Trust and believe. They coming back fighting.
yeah.
They coming back fighting, and they are not playing no games. They want that chip, and I believe they're gonna get it. Like so pretty Tony said, Miss D with McBuckets, Fee, and Courtney. Oh, they got it. It
And
just it
let's
just
not
like
rule out Dejanay, man. Dejanay is such a fighter.
oh
Dejanay
wait,
is
I forgot
scrappy.
to add the sauce to it. Yes,
Yeah,
go ahead. So pretty
scrappy, right? She yeah, that's your sauce. She's scrappy. So little Miss Scrappy, little McMuffet right there, right? She gonna go in there and she gonna ball out like crazy because she's
yeah,
so ready. She's
yeah.
another one that has a story, right?
Yes, she does. She
Her,
said that so
mhm.
pretty Tony, I'm gonna wait on her because she said
Yeah,
when she took the pictures last year for Dallas, she said that she has a story to tell, but God didn't tell her to release it yet.
okay, okay, absolutely. Hey there,
Oh,
L.
I
I
didn't know.
see
I
you.
didn't
Hey
know.
L.
Hey, L. I didn't know that. Matt Buckets went with Ozune, whatever her name from Scott.
Child, these girls and their relationships, I just don't want to know about it. I just don't want to know about it.
I had look when she said that, I was like, what?
Yeah, girl, shoot. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, so I
Child.
read it too. I was like, oh, okay. I don't know if that makes a difference. I mean, because McBuckets gonna be McBuckets.
Oh yeah. Oh
She
yeah.
gonna have her moments, but McBuckets like a little, like you said, she assassin. She's a firefighter to me. To just go through so much. Even like I said, on and off the court. She also deals with I didn't want to dig too much into it. She also deals with mental health as well. She was one of the ones when I was researching the mental health. McBuckets deals with a lot too, and you can imagine because she has a lot on her shoulder. You know, as a big sis, as the oldest in the family, and what I'm saying, carrying that torch, that's a lot on a person, even with them playing the game,
Mm-hmm,
and I'm
mm-hmm,
quite sure they look up to her. She loves her family. Like she knows she the oldest and she's a family woman, or whatever. Also, she didn't talk too much about her dad, but her dad also, helped her along the way too, or whatever, during her journey up into the to the W. But I like McBuckets. I like McBucket's style. I like the way that they play together. And she was like, she found her home with the Lynx or whatever. And who would, like you said so pretty, Tom, who wouldn't want to go to a team where it's like less drama, you know what I'm saying? Less drama and more focus on if I
right.
win, you win. Like they have it where if I win, you win, we all win. It ain't just no one
Yeah.
person. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
And it's
You don't
not
have that,
toxic.
right. You don't have
It's
that
not
jealousy.
toxic like Seattle.
Right.
Seattle, everybody tomorrow, I want to get traded from Seattle. Like, what's going on with Seattle? Like, I hate to say the main person is Lil Debo was Skylar. And you notice that
No,
McBride,
wait, Miss
no,
D.
no, come on now.
Miss
Come on.
D. I'm gonna say
Think about
this.
it. Think about
I'm
okay,
gonna
come
say
on.
this.
Hold on.
Look,
Hold on. Huh?
go ahead, go ahead, go ahead.
No reason why I said Skylar. Okay, NECA don't seem like the type to be get into arguments with people. E Weezy, I mean, no, she kind of okay. Lexi Brown might be a little spicy. Um, Dominique and the other young girl, they young, they ain't getting to no verbal altercations. So who's the common denominator? It gotta be
We can't.
Skylar.
You know what's so
It
sad?
gotta be Skylar.
You know what's so sad though?
What?
Let me tell you, it's always two sides to a story, and
Well,
this
come
is
on
what
now,
this. Hold
ADP. It's
on,
a
hold
second
on, hold on.
player.
This is where I'm giving you the benefit of the. I'm gonna say the benefit of the doubt.
Okay.
Sometimes in America,
Okay.
we we have this thing where we already put the blame on a person until the evidence is
But
shown,
let me say this.
or to
Let me present
come
my
out because
case. Let me present the as the defense attorney.
no, I'm just
Jewel
saying,
Lloyd is
what
very
happened to the
quiet,
innocent until proven guilty
but
type
no,
of
no, hold
thing.
on. Jewel Lloyd is usually a very quiet, soft-spoken person. Alicia Clark is a very well-liked person around the league. She does a lot of charity work on the outside of basketball, and those two players have a good reputation. They don't get into a lot of confrontation.
That we know of. That we
No,
know
no, they
of.
do. I never
I'm
heard other
saying
players,
no, I'm
but
just saying like it's
come
just
on,
two
we know
sides to a
players.
story.
No, no, ADP. I'm sorry.
Yes, yes.
No,
It's
no,
two
ADP.
sides to a
I'm
story.
sorry.
What
I'm
you think
sorry.
so pretty, Tony?
No, 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 no.
I'm gonna say this. I totally agree with the fact that innocent until proven guilty, and I say that because of this, right? Because we want to say Skylar because Skylar has been in it, into it with so many different people on different teams at different times and different moments. But because I'm not in that locker room, I can't just assume, right? Just like in the Sky locker room, I couldn't assume at the end of the season what was going on until everything came out in the wash. So when it comes out in the wash, then we'll know, right? Because neither one of those players have said, even Jewel Lord, she just said that it was toxic, but she didn't, she never said who, what, when, why, or how, other than that it was toxic. So until someone can actually give me a name, I don't want to be that
Well,
person that kind of put it out there that
it
it
wasn't just
is
her.
Skylar.
It's not just her. I don't think. I think it's the coach. Some of the coaches that's very. She did. I think she did kind of hit at Noah Quinn. Jewel did. So, but I'm just saying that where smoke is fire. I mean,
Of
look,
course,
the thing that happened with her and Donna Taurasi, because Donna Taurasi is Donna Taurasi, and she's like a jerk. That wasn't the first altercation she got into with. So I felt sorry for Skylar with that. That was real kind of crazy how that kind of happened. So that happened to
gun
you.
the shooter. I'm sorry, y'all. Go ahead.
Oh, but that happened to her. They just
You
stealing my
still?
one. Go. I ain't seen you in a while. Where you been, Goon? But
Mr. Gun the Goon, Mr.
but
Gun the
what
Goon, the
I'm trying to
shooter.
say, so that happened to you with Don Rossi, and she kind of, acted fool on TV, and I was like, that's wrong with how they kind of pushed Skylar out after her pregnancy and all the things that happened in Phoenix. So now you turn around in Seattle and you kind of push Jewel out. That was her team. That was Jewel's team, and that
You
ain't the
can't
first
push a
player.
person. Listen,
What I'm saying is no.
you
What I'm
can't
saying,
push a person out.
uh,
Let me tell you
what
something.
what
Everybody got a fight in them. If
no.
you want,
ADP,
you can't push someone
ADP,
out.
ADP.
You got to play the game. And
Skylar. I like Skylar as a player, but sometimes I think she take it too far. And come on now, how many players have to say certain things and want to walk away? When you Jewel Lloyd and Alicia Clark, out of all the players,
let me say, it's always two
they
sides.
walk
That's
it.
all I'm saying. It's
No,
always two
they
sides to a story.
no.
And if
These.
they really felt like that, and it was the case, then they would come out and say something, not
Well, they
someone
can't say it right now because
substituting.
I think what's happening is probably of a the Erica Hamby situation. She can't talk.
Well, I'm just gonna say, like
So
I said,
ADP,
innocent until
counselor,
proven guilty.
counselor,
No, just like people were saying,
counselor.
oh, Kennedy was the main one in that locker room. No, I
No,
don't.
well, no, it was
It
Dana
wasn't just
Evans,
her.
Dana the
You
Op
know what I'm saying?
Evans, but she
I'm
ain't the
just
Op no
saying,
more. But
just
she's Oppie.
using that as an example. It
ADP,
no, I'm keeping it real.
ADP.
That's just like me. That's just like, okay, Miss D. I know how you are, girl. I
I
know
don't
it was
hate no,
you
I
in
don't
that
hate
locker.
Skylar. What I'm
No,
saying
I
is
know it was you in that
she's
locker room, but
no,
no
I don't know.
evidence is
I don't hate
proven.
Skylar. I'm just trying to say why is she trying to be Debo? Why is she
We
Debo?
don't know we
She's a
don't
little
know what's
Debo.
going on. We don't know,
Mm,
and you can't listen. You
mm.
come to a team and you got all these firefighters. Why wouldn't you want them to be firefighters with you on the court? You know what I'm saying?
No, that's not look on the court. Not abuse people in the locker room. They
We
do
can't
something
say that.
wrong.
That's never been
No,
proven. We can't say
Clark
that.
said the same. Clark kind of hinted to that.
I,
That
no,
verbal
no.
altercations.
If
Come
it
on
didn't
now.
come out
Who
her
wants to
mouth, we can assume.
who wants to come to work like that?
No,
Yeah,
you can't
we
assume.
can't put that in our mouth.
Yeah,
Oh
I'm not saying that because
no,
she didn't say
Tony and
that.
ADP.
No, we keeping it a
No,
buck. We keeping it a buck. We gonna
no. I'm
we
sorry. I like okay. We'll get off of that, but I like Skylar, but she's a little Debo. She's
Yeah,
Debo.
we just have to
She's Debo.
just kind of take what is said and not add to it, right? Because
Hmm.
again, that's those big old highlighted clips that start roaming around social media.
That's not a
So and
rumor.
so said,
That's
so
not a
yeah.
and so
rumor.
said. Well, again, your
We talking
opinion.
about two of the sweetest players as far
They
as
are sweet.
reputation.
We get
Let
that.
me
They
tell you
but
something. Even
but
even
wait.
the sweet
This
people,
ain't
They
this
even the
ain't
are
this
sweet
ain't
people.
Sophie Cunningham or
no,
yeah.
but
No,
you
You
gotta
know.
listen though. They are sweet players, right?
Mm.
But just because you're a sweet player doesn't mean that you don't
Okay,
have a mouth on you
but
either.
guess what?
yep,
Okay, what happened? Okay,
right, so
look,
pretty because
what
I know
happened
I got one.
in the teams before then? Before Skylar got there,
I
June,
said that in the beginning,
and then
right? I
before
said,
Alicia,
but I
Alicia played
said
with
that in the beginning, Miss D. I
yeah,
said
but Alicia played on. She played with the Storm before Skylar got there, and then she went to the. She never had a problem.
but Miss D, we can't always just that's your opinion. That's your opinion. I'm gonna let you have your opinion. That's your opinion.
Look, I don't hate her. I'm just saying she
No,
needed
that's your opinion.
she needed to kind of calm down,
That's your opinion.
calm down,
That's your opinion.
because I don't want her to have the same reputation. I respect Diana Taurasi as a player, but as a person, somebody should have choked her. I don't want that for Skylar. I don't want nobody to choke you,
Yeah, but
because you need to
everybody got the opinion.
you
ADP
need to be
said that she
choked.
wanted,
She need to be
but
choked.
ADP has her opinion,
Matter of
and you
fact, she
gotta
need
respect
somebody.
her
I hate to say
opinion.
that. Somebody need to Draymond Green her. What he did to somebody need to do that to her.
Nah, you
She'll
don't
sit.
want no.
She'll
You
sit
don't. We
down.
don't need that violence. We don't need violence. We don't need
Somebody need to
violence.
do that to her. I'm sorry. Kind of sock her out, because look. She itching for a sock. They let you know they nice, because if she know who to do that to. Because I would have smacked her. I'm sorry. I would have smacked her. I couldn't take her.
Oh
But
no, we
hey, I'm
don't
gonna leave
want
that alone.
violence. Yeah, we don't want
Yeah.
violence. Yeah, stop the violence. That's what.
It ain't
That's
violence.
that's
It's
what they
look.
say. You know.
You
Yeah,
got a
stop
lot
the
of mouth,
violence.
and
Yeah,
you want to be
stop it.
Debo. I'm gonna Debo you.
Yeah, no, we
I'm
can't have
gonna
violence.
snatch your
Yeah,
chain.
Can't
we
have
Oh,
can't
come
violence.
have
on,
that.
Tony and
We,
Counselor. Why
we
not? Come
no,
on, a little smack in the
No,
mouth. A little
nah,
smack in the
no
mouth ain't gonna
violence.
hurt.
Yeah,
no,
no
Uh-uh.
violence.
we
A little smack in the
Donna
mouth ain't gonna
said
hurt.
coach got to control the locker
Mm-mm.
room and the media make
The
things to
facts
diffuse
is, Donna
more than
C,
what they
is
think.
that people keep trying to leave.
Huh? What you say,
She
Miss
said
D?
it ain't no facts. The facts is, how many? Look. The lady can't even speak English. She tried to leave. What's the Chinese lady? She was trying to get out of there. Come on now.
No,
She only speak English. She was trying to leave. She barely speak English.
yeah, but Donna's right. The coach got to get control of the
Oh,
locker room,
right.
and the
Well,
media
the
make
coach,
things with
obviously,
the
the
teams
coach and
more than
Skylar probably
what
double
things
teaming
appear to
people.
be.
That's why she on
Huh?
her way out. They double teaming people. You know,
Yeah, that's right. You can
Debo and
only
Baby
speculate with
D.
no facts.
Look, no, look, Debo and Baby D. That's what they act like. Two villains.
Well,
But I'm gonna leave that alone.
like so pretty Tony said, you entitled to your opinion.
Counselor,
How we do, but I just
counselor.
have to keep it real.
I know, because you like your Skylar, but
No, I'm just
no,
keeping it real.
come
You're
on.
innocent. This plays a role in not just the WNBA. I've seen it
Okay,
in
okay, let's make
NFL.
a not
I've
a
seen it
bet
with
with money.
players.
That's bet. How
Innocent
many?
until proven guilty.
Listen, ADP. That's bet.
Ooh, wee.
I'm standing
When
on
is the
business.
next?
I'm standing on business.
When is the next player? Who is the next player? You think it's gonna be another player that say that went out before it's over with?
You never know what a person wants out for. I know I heard she wanted more playing time.
Tiffany
We
Mitchell.
we don't know.
Weezy.
We dealing with the
No.
CBA.
Lexi
We dealing
Brown.
with
Who else gonna come
um
out? Who else gonna come out and say somebody was
Wait, I can't
getting
hear
all in?
it. What you say?
what what
I didn't
No,
hear what you
she
said.
threw her own character on the bus. I told you I felt sorry for her. I felt sorry for her when Donta Rossi did the same thing she doing now, trying to be Debo.
right, Goon. I think I could agree with that because
No,
they do
Goon,
that type of stuff because
Goon,
Skylar has been in the game for
Goons,
a long period of
Counselor,
time.
and Tony. No, but we
Yes,
agree to disagree.
yes,
But
yeah, right.
but I'm just saying. I'm just saying. You want to bet though? You want to bet? Not bet, but you want to? How many? Okay, I'm gonna leave it alone.
I'm not gonna bet on someone's character and someone's life
I'm just
like
saying,
that
who's the
without
next person
without
to
any
leave?
facts, and I
Who's
can't judge
okay? Somebody okay?
nobody.
Listen, let me just say this.
I got it.
No, listen. If another player say they want to leave,
Well,
okay,
Miss
what you
D
gonna
be
think?
standing on her
But
opinion.
No,
again, until someone tells me
but
it's
how many
Skylar,
players have
I
to
am
leave?
not going to assume
How
it's
many players
Skylar.
have to
It
leave?
it could be the whole team, Miss D. I
Oh, the
don't
whole
care.
team.
Until they tell me that it's her, I am
Skylar is the
not
leader
going
of
to
that
assume.
team.
I am a coach, but
Skylar at
I am
There,
five
but
eight
listen,
is a
listen.
little pit bull. She's a little pit
I am
bull.
a coach. But listen, I am a coach first, so I'm gonna
Okay,
think. I'm gonna think from
I
a coach
understand. I
perspective,
understand.
and so until I'm an outsider looking in, and as an
Mm.
right.
outsider looking in, I am going to wait until someone give me the facts.
Listen,
Hmm.
Skylar is a 5'8" pit bull with a face of a what you call that? Cocker spaniel. She's adorable, but she's a little pit bull, personality. That's what she is. 5'8" pit bull.
Miss D, you might want to go check Skylar's IG where she posted Denzel Washington and she said
Okay.
people need to shut up. And
No, no,
that
no,
is
no, no,
you do if
no,
you don't
no,
know like what you're
no,
talking
that,
about.
that, 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 that. No, I'm telling. Was she hired? Everybody want to leave. What's going on?
But you know what? You know what this sounds like at this moment, Miss D?
What?
This sounds like the fans of said
I'm not
player
even talking. I'm not even talking to her.
stand that can't stand Angel and they attack her, right? So
Right.
this kind of
This
sounds
ain't
like,
no players
yeah,
ain't.
it does.
No,
You
it's
have
the opposite. It's the opposite
no,
because
it's
guess
not an
what? You know why I say
opposite
that, Tony?
because right now she's getting vitriol right
No,
now from you, and
Right.
I
Coach,
For
don't
no,
no
know.
reason.
Coach Tony,
I don't
put your
No.
coaching
know
cap
that.
on. Get your whistle,
Imagine what kind of
get your
mental state
whistle, get your
imagine
whistle,
what
and
kind of mental
ADP,
state that's
get
putting her
your
in
pad,
by
ADP, get your
attacking her like
pad,
this.
ADP, get your
I'm
pad,
just
and Coach Tony, get your whistle. Now, what I was gonna say, I
But
forgot what I was gonna say.
you, yeah, you've told me. I told you that's your
No,
opinion, and
yeah,
you're good.
that's your
okay,
opinion. But
okay,
Skylar,
but
if you are watching this Skylar Diggins, let me
I'm
tell
not
you
saying she's
something.
bad. I'm just saying that you need to
I
chill out.
know you're not saying
You're
she's
you
bad.
you
You're saying she's the cause,
Yeah, you're saying
you
she's
need to
and
chill
then
out.
bullying.
and I got
But you
that.
know what? I can't compare her to Angel because guess what?
But you're
Rookie, no,
labeling her, so
no,
you
no.
Yes,
are
I'm talking about
you def
her behavior with her teammates.
right. But
Angel,
so
no,
you're labeling
no,
her.
I'm not because
Yes, you
Angel.
are.
No, you said you could try to compare her to Angel.
No,
Angel,
they're saying Angel did
Woosah,
X,
Miss
Y,
D.
Z.
Woosah. Take a deep
No.
breath.
Angel, no, listen. Nobody say they want to leave the sky because Angel bullied them
They said Miss D
crashed out
must
on
be
them.
in Seattle's coaching staff.
Yeah, it's the coaching staff too. Noah
No,
No,
Quinn,
they
she's
said
the
you must
ringleader.
be on the coaching staff, like
No,
you
I'm
know
not on the
what's
coaching
going
staff.
on.
Noah Quinn allows that to happen. Noah Quinn allowed this stuff to
Yeah.
happen.
you gotta have
Okay,
your
that's your opinion.
facts
That's
She
your
over
don't have
feelings.
opinion. Yeah,
Facts over
I'm
feelings,
cool.
Miss
That's your
D.
opinion.
You, Miss
okay,
D.
That's your
Facts over
opinion.
feelings.
I'm cool with it.
Coach
That's your
Tony, I'm
opinion.
blowing a whistle on you.
Yeah, that's your opinion. I've been said
But
a
it's
long
all good.
time
Okay,
ago.
okay.
Yeah, that's your
Okay.
opinion.
But somebody else gonna
You
leave.
don't
We'll see.
look. You don't have to, Miss D. You don't have to prove your opinion to
I'm
us.
not.
You
Yeah.
already
I'm not.
you
I'm
standing
okay. I'm
look.
just saying
You
somebody else gonna
standing
be
10
leaving.
toes down with your opinion. We're gonna stand 10 toes
Yeah,
down with
that's
our
your
But
opinion.
opinion.
y'all act like y'all not looking at what's going on.
No,
No,
we're not gonna judge
I'm not
someone
saying
like
I'm not
that.
looking at what's going on. That's your opinion. You're entitled to your opinion. I heard what you said loud and
Okay,
clear.
if another player leave, what you gonna think?
Again, until I hear the facts. I don't care
The
until
facts is
I hear
people
the
are
facts.
leaving and they're saying
Right.
the
It's
same
this
thing.
again,
Verbal
that's your
altercation.
opinion.
Jewel Lloyd said a verbal altercation.
Again,
Ozune
she
said she
didn't
was being
say a
verbalized and she
name.
can't even
She
speak
didn't
English.
say a
Okay,
name.
we're
She
good.
didn't
I'm
say a name.
Oh, but you know why they can't?
She, she
Because they
didn't
don't want
say a
they.
name.
But you know why they
And we're
can't?
not gonna blame someone
But
leaving a
I'm
team on
cool.
other players.
do you know the
We're
reason?
talking about McBuckets here.
That
Yeah,
okay?
I
Let me say
know.
this. Let me say
I don't
this.
know how she
We're
Counselor and coach
we're
counselor, CNC, the CNC factory. Let me say this, and I'm gonna leave it alone. Ah, I
oh
forgot what I was
Jesus.
gonna say. Forget it. Just go ahead. McBuckets. Let's go to McBuckets. I forgot what I was gonna say.
I like to give a special shout out to Skylar. Skylar Diggins, you got this. And
I want to do that, AP.
we are here to support you. And I'm not trying to
That's
hear the outside
look.
noise.
The views and
And
opinions expressed by Counselor ADP Art Creations and Coach Tony, so pretty Tony Coach
I have
P
not expressed an
said.
opinion one way or the other. I just said I'm gonna
I
wait
don't
for the
hate you,
facts.
Sailor, but you know you're a crash out. You know what you did, and
Yeah,
so
I'm
just
just
cut it
gonna
out,
wait
young
for the
lady. Cut it
facts.
out, because I don't want you to
and
be.
what's so sad
Cut it
about it,
out.
the media already do it on all other
Mm-mm.
platforms and
Ain't no
all
media.
other areas.
She
And
crashed
then
on her own.
what makes you
She's
think they're not
crashing out
doing it
on
in
her
the
own.
WNBA too?
You know what, Gouda
She's a crash
Shooter? I'm
out.
gonna agree with you on this statement right here. It is absolutely facts. You
Yep.
are speaking the facts in this statement right here. You
What?
know, his statement here. They always make up lies when you tell the truth. So
Mm.
absolutely, it is.
Well,
It's
I can't right now. I'm going on the other
because
opposite side
and this is the thing with society,
because
and I'm gonna say this is why, for me, this is why I love God so much, because what man will condemn you for the rest of your life with one mistake
yes,
or
I'm
two
not
mistakes.
condemning. This is
But
not.
with
What
God,
you talking
but with
about?
God,
I'm talking about
he sees it,
recently.
he works with you or whatever, and he gives you
Recently,
second
how many
chances.
players had to leave? ADP.
It
Something ain't
doesn't
right.
matter. That doesn't
Some
mean
ain't.
that it's her
Something
fault.
ain't right. Something ain't right.
It might not, they might want change. A lot of people sometimes want change. You never know. It's always two sides to a story. It's always two
Seattle.
sides.
Look,
But I can't speculate on somebody's life like that.
Seattle
Skylar
could
is
be
no,
a
going
I'm not
through
gonna
enough right now,
speculate.
basketball
and
wise.
I'm
Oh
not going to be that
please,
type of person.
stop it!
So.
Stop it! Stop it! Stop it!
No,
Stop
I'm
it!
just keeping it real. She's
No,
going through a lot, and I'm not going to accuse her of something we have no evidence for.
Okay.
yeah.
You look at the. I can't. I'm sorry. Something ain't right with it. Something ain't right. But I'm gonna leave it alone. But McBuckets. Let's talk about McBuckets.
Yeah.
Pullman buckets.
What? Well,
So back to this playoff
Yes,
run
thank you.
to the
these
Lynx.
people want to play with her, and they not leaving. You good,
Back
McBuckets.
to
You can't say
McBuckets
that
Don't
either.
crash out McBuckets. Don't be
and her
like
play
Debo
on
Jr.
and
Well,
the
you don't
playoff
know.
run.
You don't know what Matt Buckets got going on. You can't say that either.
Oh my God.
Go ahead. So
Oh my God.
let's get into
Yeah,
it.
we're on crash outs now. Oh wow.
Shoot. That's what look, that's why they ain't going nowhere. You crashing, they crashing out. Mm.
Oh my, Miss D, she stand 10 toes down for her what she got going on. But
I
yeah,
am I
That
am
third
only
that foe, how old is
concerned
she? 36
about
year old?
NECA. NECA is one of my players that I've watched since she was in the eighth grade, and
Get
mm-hmm.
I am
away,
going to
NECA. Get
support
away.
her
Get away.
and
Go
continue
far
to
away.
strive for her. NECA is a go
Go
getter,
far
and NECA is about the game. NECA isn't about that other stuff.
NECA,
NECA
Right,
is gonna
right.
play where she wants to play.
you need to go to the links
No,
or
NECA is not going anywhere. NECA
uh,
is building her foundation where she's at, and I
I don't
applaud
want her.
her.
I don't
I
want her to stay there.
applaud her for
No,
that,
Yeah, because her and
and
Skylar
no,
are
I am
close.
happy for
no,
her. That's
no,
your
NECA.
opinion, Miss
Run, NECA,
D. I
run,
am
run.
concerned about
Look,
someone else. I'm not worried about that girl right
no
now.
Skylar and
I want to
Noah
talk about
Quinn.
somebody else, Miss D. I don't want to talk about that
No, we
that
talk about
that
NECA.
situation.
No, we talk about NECA. NECA,
We're
run
not talking about
until
running. We're talking about
no
a foundation right now.
run,
Yeah,
NECA.
because she helped Malago. Malongo said, she was
That's
very nice
Yes.
to
good.
her,
But
and
look,
helping her and
okay,
being
look.
a
Don't we talk about
rookie.
the sky? Don't we talk about the sky and how Jeff P and Marsh? It's the same thing. It's toxic.
What we,
And
huh?
she's a great.
How did
Look,
we get
NECA is
on?
Angel. NECA is Angel. Always doing the right thing. I like NECA. I like NECA, but some ain't right with that. Some ain't right in
We're
Seattle.
still talking about
And
it.
ain't it ain't the rain. But you brought up
Miss
NECA.
Miss
You
Okay.
brought
D,
up
but
NECA.
look, I get that. Can we get off of the not so right? We want to talk about players themselves. I don't want
Yeah,
to talk about
NECA
what's
is
not right
fantastic.
there.
Okay, what you say NECA doing? She's fantastic.
right. Because
Fantastic.
I look, I respect Seattle. I
On the
like me some
Yes,
links.
Mecca. I like
right.
me some Skylar,
So
On the wings.
and
right.
so
Look, Tony, I'm messing with you, but still,
I know.
we gonna agree disagree with that, but that's okay.
Right.
All right.
poor
So
Met Buckets
I
on her
need somebody to come
celebration
out
day.
and
Met
show
Buckets,
them that quit
Buckets,
thinking
I'm sorry
everything's
on your
sweet. I
celebration
needed
day,
somebody to come out
baby.
and speak up. Speak up, y'all. Don't be ashamed. I'm here, Miss D61 Sports. I listen to you. Speak up. Go ahead.
Because if they're not speaking up, we don't know why they're not speaking up,
Uh-huh.
because it's probably
Yeah.
nothing there. But
Yes, it's a lot there. But go ahead. But go
no,
ahead.
we gonna say you was in that locker room, right?
I know. I'm telling what how people keep going leaving.
Okay,
It's like a revolving door. You know
so
those little doors you go round and round. What's those doors you have at the hotel? That's how the Seattle been the last this year. So I'm gonna let it alone. Okay, let's go ahead. Let's go. Get your
It's so
pad ready.
pretty, Tony. What you
Get
want
your
to say
whistle ready, Tony.
about the playoffs? What were
I
you
know,
gonna say
but
about the playoffs? So pretty, Tony.
so now back to the playoff run. All right. So we're talking about McBuckets and the Lynx and what strives that they're making for as her style play and
Right.
on the Lynx, right? So this
Mm-hmm.
this this whole session is about McBuckets and her run. But I am gonna throw one monkey wrench in there, right? And we're talking about the teams that they're gonna eventually see in the playoffs. And so we're gonna throw New York in there, right? New York is somewhat struggling at this point.
Yeah.
They're not in a position for me to say that they will end up in the finals with the Lynx at this point.
Right.
You have the Mercury's playing well.
Mm-hmm.
You have
Green.
if well, I can't even say
Say
that
the
Atlanta is
dream.
gonna
Yeah, they streaky now.
be be healthy right now because you have two players. Canada
Out.
is out right now,
Yeah.
and you have what's her name just keep battling that knee injury. So I saw them in the beginning as a great contending team,
Me
but
too.
that's a no, right? And
Mm-hmm.
then you look at LA. LA has the pieces right now because they are a healthy team, and I would not count them out if they can stay poised and play together. And as a Ray do her job, I think that they could be a great matchup for the Lynx,
Mm-hmm.
right? Will they win it and will they win the series? Don't know. I I don't think so. I
Right.
strongly don't believe so, right?
Right.
Um, but they can be in there. You have, of course, the Mercury, um, and we're not. Of course, everybody knows we're not going to leave the Fever out, right? The Fever is going to be in there. Now, we spoke about this last night, and the Fever being a contending team and them making themselves relevant. They put the great pieces uh, on that team to be a contending team, right?
Mm-hmm.
They fell apart and they're trying to mend the broken pieces. They
Right.
put they just got two great point guards, right? In hopes that that will help. Um, now, um, I think that Odyssey. I know that Odyssey is a great point guard. She lost a step, but can she find her way? I think she can, right? But they have to allow her to do that. They did not play her the other night against Dallas. What she did just probably flew in later, that day, earlier
Mm-hmm.
that day, and then just suited up. And that happens. Some players do that. They can show up maybe an hour before the game, suit up, and a coach will put them on the court and let them play. That,
Right.
however, did not happen for Odyssey. Um, I just spoke. We saw that today. They announced that Kyra Lambert, and people say, "Who is she?" Kyra Lambert is very skilled, right? She's a very skilled point guard. She's played overseas the last couple years, last 2 years. She played at Duke, was a very good player. She hurt herself, she had an ACL injury. Played in the championship game against Stanford. They lost, but she injured herself again, and that's the only reason why she didn't come straight into the WNBA. So she had to rehab, and so she had to go overseas and play. Now she's getting an opportunity on the 7-day contract. So I hope she plays well. I hope that they do play her and she can showcase herself. If they don't allow her to play and showcase herself, then of course it'll be a 7-day uh, trial, and then she's back out, right?
Mm-hmm.
But if they do that, then they're not giving themselves an opportunity to make it into the second round of the playoffs. However, we know that they'll be in the first. They don't want to be that team that's a one and done and match their same record from last year going into the playoffs.
Right, I
Right.
agree with
Um,
that. I agree with
so,
that.
but that's them. So you have the teams and the pieces right there. You have Washington that is in the hunt right now, but they're so young who knows where they're going to be in these last few games of the season, and can they sustain and hold that spot? But they too will probably be the one series and done. Um,
Right. It could, yeah.
so, but the Lynx, man, they're going to go all the way, and then that
Yeah.
brings us back to them, and Fee being out. Do you bring her back? Is another conversation that we had last night. Do you bring her back and let her play in that first round, which could be one of those teams that they're going to play that I just named that's at the bottom that they're going to sweep, right? Um,
Hmm.
you still have to play the team as though as if it's a championship game, and
Yep.
you want to go ahead and you want to sweep the team so you can rest while everybody else is still playing, right?
Right.
And do you bring feedback? I personally say no. My thing is, what are your thoughts on that? I say no, but then again, I say yes. So it's a two part. I say yes, but you bring her back slow. You give her a few minutes here and there to bring her
Hmm.
back so she can acclimate herself back into the game and into the flow of her team at the same time, right? But then
Right.
you say no because you don't want her to kind of have that ankle swell again on you, considering the high spring that she had. So, what are your thoughts on that?
Mm.
Oh. Can I say? Yeah. Well, I think the Lynx should, if they can, rest her for the first round. But I wanted to go back to the contending teams.
Mm-hmm.
It's only really three, and the Lynx is the top team.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Liberty, if Brianna Stewart get a little bit healthier, and the Mercury. Now everybody else is wishy washy. The team that probably can be a number three, as far as contending team, is the Dream, but they inconsistent. Of course, they got injuries, like you said. They didn't bring in Odyssey Sims. That was kind of strange. Um, or any other guard that could have helped them, but um, so those are the real contenders: Lynx, Liberty, and the Mercury. Then you have on the outside, slightly on the outside, the Dream. Um, I would give the Aces, but I don't like they bench, and they have nothing for as far as the bench scoring and 3 points a shot. Is still kind of inconsistent. Um, the Fever could be a one and done because of the injuries, and Washington is too young. LA, I don't trust them. I don't like they coach the way she coaches them. Coaches she started to do it now, and that's why earlier I made a video about Rakia Jackson and how she was using Rakia Jackson. She's not consistent with doing that. So
Yeah.
if the coaches realize some things about giving it to Stevens and giving it to Rakia, and I see that Kelsey has held back her shot because at the beginning of the year she was, jacking up shots,
Uh-huh.
and so that wasn't working. So they had to kind of change the style up. So they could be a threat, but I don't like their coaching staff. The coaches, as far as how they coached. So there's only a few real contending teams, that everybody else probably that make the playoffs are one and dones. So the top three for me is the Lynx. Um, Mercury, then Liberty, because Brianna Stewart's injury, and sometimes they can be inconsistent. So yeah, they should sit. They should sit Fee, but we'll see. That's my thoughts on it.
Yeah, for me, I think that they like so pretty Tony said, and I agree with you too, Miss D. Far as bring if you're gonna bring her back easy. Don't have her out there doing too much when she first started out, right? And you want to be careful with that because she's getting ready to play for this championship. So you want her to be at least close to normal, or whatever. So you don't want to rush her off an injury or whatever. Really, they should just wait until the playoffs. But I know she'll probably play before then. But it would be nice for them to like put the players first in their health, and especially coming off of an injury or whatever. So for me, the teams that I see, going for the championship, or my first, like on my top four would be the Lynx, the Suns. Even though the Liberty are not doing what we know they could do, I'm still gonna include them in there. Um, so that's three. I really don't. I don't see nobody else. I see everybody else getting beat out. But you know what? At this point, and the way this season has been going, it's any man's game, right?
Yeah. Yep.
And we know that the Lynx are locked in, right? If I'm not mistaken, they're locked in, right?
Yeah. They're the first team to be locked in. Yes.
So they're locked in. So we got to see how Phoenix does, and who else, and Liberty.
Yeah, I think the next win for Liberty, either the next one or the next two wins for Liberty, will lock them in. Liberty
Okay.
will they'll be well. And I know I heard you mention waiting for Brianna to come back. Brianna's just been inconsistent. I think that she will still help her team, but she's just been inconsistent this year.
Yeah,
So you don't think there's kind of
and like
injuries? You think she can still kind of battling some kind of neck injuries that's kind of causing her
maybe
to be
so.
inconsistent?
Probably
Yeah,
so.
yeah.
Um,
Yeah, I just think most of the players, and I agree with what they're doing. They're just
Mm.
kind of buying that time until the playoffs come around so they
Right.
can
mhm.
be healthy. And
Yeah.
it's a good thing, let the rest of the players on the team play and try to
But
carry you as best as they can, win, lose, or draw, right? Just make it there. At this point, it's just let's just make it there, and then we'll see what happens once the playoff starts.
I hope she don't
Mhm.
do that because last year her and Sabrina they did not. Sabrina had that game winner, but they really didn't play well. Both of Brianna and Sabrina. So you don't want to just hold out and wait till the playoffs. As the older you
Yeah,
get, you know what I mean. You don't want to do that.
yeah,
If
Stewie
they didn't have
definitely not
Peevich,
young, boy. Them legs
right?
starting to catch up with her. She gonna be
Yeah.
walking around here
Exactly.
looking like Candace
But you know who
Parker with
saved
them
them?
bad
A
knees.
lot of people don't talk about it. Sabali,
Oh yeah,
uh, Sabli, I'm sorry, and then
Sably
Peevich
Satu.
and Peevich. No,
Yeah.
Satu, baby sister.
Oh
Saved
yeah,
them.
yeah. She's
Yeah,
hurt.
the
She's
bench,
injured.
right? But
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying. The bench really helped them last because Sabrina and Brianna did not have a good game. Stewie didn't have
Yeah,
a
yeah.
good games at all
That
in the
that
finals.
sibling, that's Satu. Yeah, she
Yeah.
she played. She
Otherwise, I
played
think the
well.
Lynx would have won the series, but the
They
youngster
would
stepped
have.
up. Yeah.
Yeah. That's why
So
they're
yeah,
And
they don't
saying they
want to do
stole the
that.
game.
but
Exactly.
but you know what? This goes back to what So Pretty Tony said, Miss D, when she was like, and it made me think as you guys were talking, the Lynx is going to win this championship. You know why? Because what did they go do? They went and got that icing on the cake, didn't they? So Pretty Tony.
Oh
They
Yep.
went and
yeah.
got Carrington.
Yep.
Carrington been holding that. This is just the beginning of her doing what she's doing now, but she's been holding that energy. You think she not coming over to that team to fight for a championship? Oh, she is.
Oh
I
yeah.
think
She's
that was
hungry.
I think that's the missing. And when you hungry, what do you do? And the team is on one accord. And when a team is on one accord, you cannot fail. Watch what I tell you. Watch. Lynx got it this year. They on a mission.
Yep.
Can something, where they played all the games through? Hey, we don't know. But I just see the Lynx winning it this year. And this ain't gonna be no games that's rigged. This game is gonna be legit. They really gonna be playing their butts off
Yep. Legit games.
because they needed someone like Carrington because Fee, when she do play for the playoffs, so Pretty Tony and Miss D, we don't know how she's gonna be, right?
Right.
So you come and you get this fireball Carrington up in there. Hey, okay, Fee, I got you. Take your time. You know what I'm saying? We got you as a team. Do you honestly think these players are not gonna fight for Fee when they know how much she poured into them? And just because Carrington came to this team doesn't mean she don't know Fee. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, they know Fee, baby. They know Fee, baby.
So
All these players in the league know Fee.
They already told everybody the game plan. They already say, hey, when you come over here, this is what we want. They know Carrington is hungry. They know she can be feisty and do what she need to do. You know what I'm saying? And I just see them. I see them pulling it off where they have a little competition. Maybe, maybe. It just depends on who. It just depends on who they are up against. Now, if they go up against the Liberty, we have a repeat. The Lynx is gonna pull that thing off. They go against the Suns. Hey, we don't know. We don't know.
That'll be a nice
At
little
At on
matchup.
a mission. At is on a mission.
Yeah, but she's on a mission. But
Hmm.
that firepower they have on the links, though,
I
my
know unity. So, Tony, it's that unity, that bond. If you like
it's
that,
the joy on the team, right? When you look at that
yes.
team, they're so happy to play with each other, right? They're just
Hmm.
it's the chemistry is just so unmatched.
Right.
And that right there spells for a dynamic duo team, right? It's something that most coaches dream of having when they think of a team, right? And everybody wants to play for a team like that.
Yep.
Not necessarily with all of the same players, but for the team chemistry like that. Everybody wants that type of chemistry. And it
Hmm.
just doesn't happen. That just comes a dime a dozen, right? It just
Right.
doesn't happen that often. And although that we would hope that that would happen for most of these teams because these are professional women, it doesn't. And remember, women are catty. Women are very catty. They're catty and they're petty. We're women, and who knows more about women than we do? Women can be catty and petty, right?
Hmm. Right.
And the selfishness is unreal also, right? So, but with this team, you see absolutely none of that. They all complement each other's game. They all know each other's role, and everyone on the team understands the assignment.
Right.
The
Right.
assignment is this is Fee's team. The assignment is we want to win this not only for us, but we want to win this for Fee. Everybody knows the assignment.
And
I know
and you know why?
T
They
Camilla,
know the
not
assignment.
you.
You have to
I didn't
Who?
say
remember.
all women. I said women can be.
Yeah, we can be, but listen, I think one of the reasons why sometimes when you have players that come from other teams and they had bad reputations, like Courtney Williams was basically a Kennedy Carter type for far as people had a bad reputation. She had that incident at the food truck, and she just had a not a good reputation after a while.
Hmm.
And she came to Minnesota and found her spot. And Kayla McBride, you just talked about her with her injuries, and she came to Minnesota. And of course, she's an all star and all world, and so they understand that they came with some adversity, and together they make a great team because they understand that the things they went through. So
Hmm.
that sometimes that helps with team chemistry. So that's one of the reasons why the Lynx are at why they are where they are, because there's no egos.
Right,
So everybody play their position. Even Fee, sometimes she doesn't act like a superstar that she is, but
right. She's
so
very
Mhm.
yeah,
humbled.
right.
And
So
let me say this, Courtney.
what?
When we go into this game, when we get this chip, I need you to relax and not chuck up them shots, okay, Courtney? Because
Say they butt last year though.
I need you to stay focused, Courtney, because last year it kind of when let me put this a nice way or whatever if I can. Sometimes you get trapped up in the moments and you feel like you're the only one on the court.
Hmm.
So don't lose the focus when you get on that court because Courtney. Guys, you saw the game last year. So just make sure
She
she
got
don't get,
happy. Yeah,
yeah, that she don't yeah, she got very happy and very excited, and
yeah,
it's focus time. Like, hey, we're gonna be happy and celebrate later. This is
yeah,
determination. We gotta kick butt. We ain't got time. Look, we ain't got time. We just look. We set our minds on this court. We came with a mission and a plan. Stick to the plan and work together. And when you stick to the plan and work together, you will have a chip. If you play hero ball and you get excited in that moment, anything can happen. And you don't want that. Because we saying it's the liberty, but like I said, it might be any man's game who the Lynx are going to go against,
right,
right?
right.
So,
Yeah.
and I'm just saying that because I noticed that from last year. This is a new year, so Courtney get her second chance or whatever and stuff. And you get caught up in the moment. We get caught up in moments and we forget, sometimes. So I get it, but these ladies not playing this year. So nobody can get stuck in the moment. They gotta stay focused. They gotta continue that chemistry and that teamwork. They gotta continue to do that because even when they get ready to play for this chip, B may not be her usual self. You know what I'm saying? So they're gonna need to work together as a team. They work together as a team. They pull off the chip.
And real quick, T. Camilla, why do you think the Lynx? Let's see. She said, I think the Lynx will
She
win.
said she believed they
Oh,
would.
she believed they will. Yeah, I'm about to say. Oh, I read it wrong. Good job, T. Camilla.
T
Good
Carmela,
job, good job, T.
she
Camilla.
gonna
Good job.
T
Good job.
Carmela, she was getting ready to say, "Give me 30."
Yeah, good job. Good job.
Good job.
Good job, T. Camilla.
She look, T Carmela, you remember, I don't know if you ever had this discipline where you got to put your hands on the wall, you got to stand up and
Oh
I used
yeah.
to hate that. Oh my god.
you might
Wow.
get that T
You
Carmela.
went old school style.
Yes,
Man, it was serious.
Hmm.
We all that's why I say it's always two sides to a person,
Now let's do a basketball analogy. The suicides. Oh my
uh,
god, I used to hate those.
Mm, mm-mm.
Go to the center court, come back, run back, go to the free throw line, run back, come back, go to the baseline. It was crazy. Used to hate those too.
Yeah,
deep sixes,
and
man. You ever heard of deep sixes? Them deep sixes, boy.
Yes, we
That's
had to do
the
those too. Oh my
that boy. Those
and,
are
god.
leg killers right there.
Oh my god.
and guys, you know what the even though we don't have the final teams and stuff, we kind of gotta we know that the links are locked in.
Never
That
had that.
WNBA
Oh,
needs
you
to
lucky, see, Carmella.
Tika
You
we
lucky.
were Tika Miller, we were off the chain.
Uh-huh. I was bad. I always had
They
those
had the
everything.
paddle in school, boy.
Uh-huh.
I was
Look,
mouthing
I used to
Tika
call my
Miller.
look. Guess what I called my principal, Mr. Miller, the booty killer. We had a song, Mr. Miller, the booty killer. He had a he had a paddle with holes in it. Tear your butt up.
Yeah,
Tear your
it's
butt up.
crazy,
Oh yeah,
crazy.
definitely. The mom look. We already know. We know that look. Then you
So
go to
guys,
stuff.
they should start advertising for the playoffs, not just saying,
Mm-hmm.
"Oh, this team is good" or this team. I wish they would market them better. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, the links are locked in. That's all we're gonna hear is the links are locked in up until they get ready to run for the chip. I mean, I think it's important when you're locked in. That's important. That's an accomplishment. You know what I'm saying? I think that they should market that. Hey,
Right.
because we'll market it on the socials. We watching, and I say that because Unrivaled doing it. I mean, I'm not just saying that how I miss Unrivaled or anything, guys, but I'm just saying like Rival is marketing all through the year. We already know the W has a marketing problem or whatever when it comes to the players and stuff. But why not? Why not market that? They're locked in. Get That's just like last year. So pretty Tony when they didn't win the cup. They didn't win the cup this year, but
Mm,
when they won it last year, they treated them like it was some regular event. Like they didn't. It was no hype in it. You know what I'm
wow.
saying?
Right.
like, okay, this is another game. Y'all won. Okay, let's move on. Let's go forward. And I know that's when we had, Angel and them to come in and stuff like that. But the cups are important too. And then on top of that, they feel some type of the Lynx feel some type of way about the championship game last year. So they coming for everybody next.
Yeah, I just think that it's jacked up, just all the way around.
Hmm.
Yes, with the sophomores this year when they came in last year and they were rookies. I mean, it just kind of it put a damper on those, and that's why Fee is on this revenge tour, right?
Hmm.
Not just because of them. It's not their fault, right? It is the media's fault. It is Kathy's fault. It is everything surrounding what everybody else want for the W
Hmm.
versus making sure that not only wanting what you want for the W, but taking care of your teams and
Right.
explode it, giving all your teams the same exposure problem, right? And that's why
Hmm.
Fee said it in the beginning. She meant it, and since folks had something to say about her saying what she said, so she said, "All right, I'm gonna fix all y'all. I'm gonna bust 30 to 40 every night. What y'all want?" And
Yeah,
that's why she
that's
came
how.
out the way she did, and I don't blame her.
Yeah,
She's
yeah,
standing on business, right? If you stand
Exactly.
on business, mean what you say and say what you mean.
Exactly.
hmm
And so League Pass, Ion, and ESPN need to run some links playoff push commercials. Like, come on, what are we doing?
Oh, does Fee come back before the playoffs or at the playoffs? Oh, I don't. I think she's. Ooh, I want to say T. Carmella. They said during the playoffs when the playoffs start. I don't know. Did y'all hear anything so pretty, Tony Misty, about when Fee will return?
That's that again.
I said, did y'all hear anything about when Fee would return back?
No, I know they
I
said they
did.
will reassess her in 2 weeks, and I think that's going to be this coming week. She'll get her assessment so they can see how she's doing, how she feels. And at that point, they will determine if they're going to hold her out another week or another 2 weeks. So we'll know something from the media, hopefully this coming week.
Okay. What did T. Carmella say? I know. Fee had a double disappointment last season. Didn't win the W chip and didn't win the unrivaled chip. She's getting the chip this year. Yeah, she'll probably look. She'll probably get that chip. Look, she'll probably get the chip. She's gonna get the chip for the W, but unrivaled is gonna be a whole new ball game this year. She
Yeah.
probably won't get that chip in unrivaled again
Yeah,
because
she
it's
got
not.
more players coming in there that's coming in there to work because they want
Yeah,
that work.
they ready to eat and them.
Yeah, they want that work.
Yeah, so they not coming in there playing. They not
Yeah.
coming in there playing no games and stuff like that. They come to.
They want that work, baby. They want that one-on-one work.
Yeah, yep, they do. So okay, so when it comes to Unrivaled, okay, we're gonna keep the same teams. They're not making any more teams, right? We're just gonna keep the same 6 teams. I mean, how many teams we have? 6 teams, I think.
Yeah, I think it's 16.
So are we just keeping the same teams? They're not adding any more teams, and they're just gonna add the players to the teams that they already got.
I want to say
No, they
yes,
got
but
a
I did
pool,
not. They have a pool, so
a
well,
pool
no,
team.
no, no, no. They have a pool for the rest of the other players that are coming
Right.
in, but the teams are staying the same because I asked that question. I said, man, I was sure like people were saying that they wanted some other players to kind of play with each other this
Hmm.
Right.
coming
Hmm.
season. They said no, that the teams are everybody's locked in on the teams that they were.
And that's
So
not good because
I'm
I
not.
didn't like the team with Brittany Griner because she doesn't play well. Certain players was too slow for the 3-on-3, and that's why they was in like last place.
Yeah,
She looked
well,
so they look kind of slow.
yeah.
Well, they're gonna
That
okay.
was the pool. That's the pool. I think they're gonna keep the. I don't know if they're gonna keep the same coaches.
Ooh, that's not good. They gonna be last place again.
I
I didn't
just
like.
think that they
I
should
did
put
not like
all
the
of the
team.
names back in the hat and just
Yeah.
redraw.
I know because
That would be cool. That everybody get to play with somebody different.
Right.
yeah, get them
And
a
then I want
different
to
feeling.
go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead, Miss D.
No, so yeah, I like the concept. Like last year, I wish Angel had a chance to play Fee 1-on-1. She got injured. Remember that? And Aaliyah
What's
Edwards
going on in the
should have
dark?
won, but she got bullied by like Fee. Like when they had the 1-on-1. I think Angel would have took her.
Of course.
hmm
But I don't think Angel even signed up for it though. I think
Yeah,
this was before,
I know.
Well,
you
that's
know.
during the time she went to go do Vogue. Remember?
Oh,
But she
okay,
was
okay.
injured though. She was injured as well. Did she injure her wrist or
No,
something like that?
no, she was doing Vogue at that time.
Oh, okay.
She didn't do it. Was her wrist was doing the game before the championship.
Huh.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
I saw Spoon working with the college players when they
Oh,
were
okay.
training and stuff. I saw her
Yeah,
on the
yeah, yeah.
court with the college players. So, oh gosh, if they
Oh, okay, so two of the coaches from Rival have been hired with the
Hmm.
W.
oh they just
Oh yeah.
they just
Shoot, look
added
like
six
Nola
new
might be
players
higher
this
than
year.
Dallas. The way it's
Well, no,
going.
she's already hired. I mean, I don't know if they do it. She's an assistant
No,
coach.
I'm saying Dallas. You know, they keep saying they don't want man buns. So,
Yeah, they gotta stop saying that. But I mean, she's
well,
still.
I don't know. I fire him. You know why I say that?
I
Because
mean,
the
he could be
players.
fired, but they gotta. They're putting Nola in, and I said this
I
the other
know
night.
they are,
They're
but
putting Nola in a
but
bad
Chris,
situation
you
doing that.
know, when you
He
alienate the
do need to be
Mhm.
players,
fired.
when you don't listen to the
Yeah.
players, you don't listen to
Yeah, but
Enrique. He didn't listen to Dejanay, and these are veterans, and they look at you like. And then it was a meme where Haley Jones was looking at her Paige Becker as he was drawing up the play. They're like, "What in the world is he drawing up?" That was crazy.
So Donna said they just added six new players this year, and in
Right.
2027 they plan to add two more teams.
okay. So
Okay.
That's the
that
pool
means if they
players
have
in the
six
pool.
players, they're gonna add one to each team. Then,
Right.
since it's 6 teams, 6 players, add one to each team. I said,
Oh
"Oh,
yeah.
please give
Wait.
us page,
Yeah.
and we'll give us page on the rules. Put the fives together."
Right, right.
Yeah.
But you know what? They were saying that they were saying how many players they were gonna start out last year, and then they added more. They kept adding more players. So who's to say? We don't know what's gonna go.
I
Well,
think they
yeah,
might. They
and
go ahead.
no, this is why they were adding more players. They were adding more players because you had like Enrique. She wasn't going to do a full season, so you knew some of them weren't going to do a full season of Unrivaled. So
Okay.
you had backups, right? So you're still going to have backups again this year. So you'll still have those other players that'll be there. So just like you had T, she played on what three different of the unrivaled teams until she finally
Right.
played on the Rose and won the ship, right? Played
Right.
the last 2 games and won the ship. So you do have backup players that are a part of Unrivaled, and they'll continue to either they'll make a team this time around as one of the official players, or they'll continue to be a backup. So you're going to have that for if players get injured, or players
Right.
need to sit out, or they need to rest, or like
They
Angel,
come
she'll
in.
be doing some other work for her businesses, modeling and stuff like that. So
Right.
when they're out, they'll have players that'll come in and do that. So
Oh yeah, and she'll probably bring her show back to Arrival too. That was
Oh,
that
that'd be
was good.
great.
That
yes,
was good
yes,
marketing too. I think
they
she
did
is.
talk about that. So she'll
But
do more of that.
I think a rival want to be like they're I mean they gonna be in Miami, but I think they want to do it like Big Three where they travel. Um, and I also think that I want to see some new players. Hopefully, I think she's playing in
Go ahead, Tika. Go.
Israel. But I want to see Kennedy Carter. I want to see a few other players that I think will do good at for 3-on-3, but we'll see.
So guys, who you think those six players are gonna be? Now the oh,
hmm
I just want a rival to continue to be happy moments. So
Yes.
if you don't want to be there and if you don't want to play together,
Right.
please don't come to Unrival.
I know.
Exactly.
I'm just saying because, and I know who I'm talking about in my head, but I'm gonna see because we don't know how it's gonna work out. It may be a good thing, you know what I'm saying, for the
Right.
Right.
player.
Right.
So I don't want to knock anybody's, their destiny or their path and being better players.
Right.
Right.
That's how
That's
you
why.
But
do
you,
it.
That's why I
but
was like,
you,
if
you know what I
you
want to see? Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
no, that's why I was like, if you want to play, come play. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? If you think that Unrival is not the lead that is going to be all about one person, because you have so many great players up there, and they already established it last year. So coming in, if you're coming in and you're new to Unrival, just want to play. Even though the teams did what they were doing, they were acting up. You never know who's going to win in Unrival, right? Because they
Right.
put the Rose last.
Right.
So, just come in there with some type of effort, something. And if you don't want to play, even with the other teams from last year, how some players just didn't have the feel or they just didn't want to. And, if AB coming back, whoever, you said, so pretty Tony, are they switching coaches or no?
Hmm.
I don't think so. I just don't know if those same coaches are coming back, or if they are gonna keep those coaches, or vice versa. That I don't know. I just know that they're
Okay,
keeping the teams.
okay,
I
okay,
heard that they're keeping the teams. I'm not. Don't quote me on it.
I
okay,
hope they don't,
okay.
because like I didn't like the combinations. Like certain players didn't play good together, and certain players I thought it's not good for 3-on-3, and that's what I'm saying.
Well,
So that's why the panel
Misty, sometimes you're
they
gonna
look so
have that.
slow. I know.
Sometimes you have to do that though. Sometimes you
I
have to
know.
mix and match to make the person
Right.
stronger because you don't know who's on that team that you don't like them playing together can help that player. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Right. Right.
Um,
Like I didn't like I like Angel, but I didn't like the Rose. I like that team. It look like it's gonna be good, and they wind up winning. So, but the
Yeah.
Phantom, I thought they was gonna be decent, but they look slow and they just look slow and it just didn't match up. So you
but
want you want to see?
when you have a drive like when you have a Chelsea Gray and an
Mm,
Angel on your team,
mm,
and ESPN say, "Hey, we're gonna rank them last," and then they take and hang the poster up
right.
Oh wow.
the whole time. So pretty, Tony, and they
Ooh.
rep that was that, and that was their energy to win, to fight.
Right.
Oh wow.
Because
That's it.
it was plenty of time. Nola, Nola, no, Nola,
I know.
Nola, Nola.
That's because Nola,
So
for
pretty
some
Tony, Nola,
reasons. But you know what?
Me and Tiffy and Cole was ready to run up on Nola and get her the
I
edge
know.
gel because she was wearing them braids and stuff. But we think that she needed the edge control because our nerves was toe up.
Y'all
Her
nerves
problem
was
was
shot, eh?
she was trying to she didn't
Yeah, but I seen her character like she's a believer, she's laid back and stuff. So
right,
I'm
but she didn't trust
I'm like
Angel,
so
and
pretty
then
Tony. I'm like,
even
girl.
Chelsea had to get with her. Chelsea had to like look, uh just calm down.
But that's the thing. What made a difference was sometimes in life we are set in our ways and we can be a
Right,
little stubborn. And
right,
with Nola, she probably started out like that, but she was able to say, "Hey, you know what I'm saying? I don't. These players are new to me. I don't know
right,
all their styles, so I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna take this help and work together because I'm noticing." If we work together, we can win this thing. You know what I'm saying? And
Right.
that comes when you have new players. You don't know, you know what I'm saying? You may not know what to do. You know the game, but you don't know how to play. The rotations and all that kind of stuff, right?
Right.
But the fact
Right.
that she allowed Gray and Angel was in there too, but the more Gray because she had to learn Angel. That's what I'm saying. This is goes back to I don't like it when people set a person's character up to be something that they're not, and then when they actually meet the person, Nola had to find out too about Angel. You know what I'm saying? She
hmm
she had to find out. Hey, wait a minute, this player is not who I thought that everybody was saying she was. She's actually her. She's unapologetic.
Right.
She's a
Right.
sweetheart. You know,
Right.
she anyway. She went in that gate and then she getting beats too. I'm waiting for my beat. I'm waiting for my okay, girl, because you know they be costing. But I'm like she showed them the same love that she showed her own WNBA team. I mean she takes that everywhere she goes. New team, they getting beats. They getting beats every year. Beats cost. And you got
Yeah.
how many players? And
Right.
she's doing this every year. Then she take it to Unrivaled. And that's the
Right.
thing. When you meet a person and they don't know who you are and they already got this thing set up in their head, you have to come with that genuine love. You have to come with that genuine mindset so they can understand you and say, hey, wait a minute, this person ain't like I thought she would. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Exactly. Exactly.
So that's how Angel had to come, and she didn't have to prove nothing. All she did was be her, and it goes back to like Shaq was saying, "Hey, Angel know who she is, but do they? They
Right.
don't know who she is, and this is just her second year." T. Carmel said, "Do you believe that there are a lot of injuries because the women play so many games across the different leagues? Some play over 100 games, and now the W is increasing the number of games."
That's
Who
a
wants to
factor.
start?
It's a factor.
It's a big
But
factor.
yeah, it's a factor. 'Cause, then you have a different style of play. One league is more physical than the other, and um, the refereeing could play a part in it as well. So yeah, I mean, yeah, it could cause problems for the players. But yeah, that's my opinion about that.
Yeah, I think I think that's a part of it. I also think that the W does not like their players. They like the
No,
money, but they do not like the players.
no,
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I can't say allegedly. I'm keeping it real because
Right.
these are receipts. We're seeing it.
Uh-huh.
They're showing us. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm not here to talk about the player, but let that be an example of okay, she had the first she had the first injury, then
Mm.
she go and play when you guys knew that she should have got some rest. You know what I'm
right.
saying? And then she goes out and she injured worse or whatever the case may be. So, and I think they make the behind closed doors, they kind of make those players feel like they have to play even through the injuries or whatever. And then when they really get hurt, okay, she's injured. Let's just sit her down and find somebody else to take her spot or whatever the case may be. But they've shown time and time again, T. Carmella, that they don't like the players. They don't have the players' interest. I don't care how much you write up a program, how much you say no place for hate, all this kind of fake stuff or note cards or sticky notes, whatever however you want to put it, Dr.
Yeah.
Moms or
Yeah.
whatever type of thing. No, 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 no. You do not care about these players because you've shown it time and time again when it comes to from the hate to pushing them to play when you know they're injured. This ain't something that just started. They've been doing this for
Right.
years.
Right.
You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Not just in the W, it's all across the board when it comes to sports. And what and that's the thing. This goes back to the mental. You're feeding these ladies this where they feel like they have to play and they don't have enough to. Hey, you don't play, you don't come back. Guess what? Somebody probably take your spot. We're gonna move to somebody else. You got, and you don't know who in these players' ear telling them this when they experience an injury versus them
Exactly.
actually helping the players. Hey, you take your time. You know what I'm saying? This is a serious injury. We need you to take your time. You'll still have your spot, but the way the W is so shisty and so snaky type or whatever, you don't never know how they're gonna come. And it's like if you disagree with them or anything, they coming for your neck or they want to try to blackball you or like the situation with Diggins, like they'll put out all these narratives or whatever. That's what the media does, right? They want to paint that picture
Of
when they
course.
can't
Of
get their
course.
way. When they cannot get their way, they want to paint a picture. So already, guys, they feel some type of way when we dealing with the CBA. They feeling some type of way. And
Mhm.
this is why this season has been so heavy. This seemed like to me, and I don't know, I haven't looked at the numbers or anything like that, guys, but it's been the overflow of injuries is crazy work this year. And so, I think the W is going to continue to feel some type of way with the CBA, and then they're already feeling threatened with rival and stuff like that, with to the point where they don't even want them to be playing on rival. They just want it to be to be the W. So the W has its own agenda, and the only agenda that I see is money over people, and it's just sad to say. So I think that yes, T. Carmella, the injuries do play a part, but also the W and how they treat the players during the time of their injury and how they make these players feel. Because in the perfect example was look how they did Skylar Diggins, and she was pregnant. They have
Yeah.
she was pregnant and they forced her to play. You think that the owners of the team just knew Skylar was pregnant? No, I'm quite sure they knew all around that Tyler, I mean not Tyler, but Skylar. Ooh, that man is on my mind.
That's what
I'm
I'm
quite
saying.
sure
I'm like,
they knew.
Tyler,
Man, look at
Tyler.
here.
There
Ooh.
Look,
you go.
look, that Skylar was on their mind. You know
Skylar
what I'm
rhymes with
saying, or
Tyler. No, I'm just
whatever.
not. I'm like, I'm wrong. Let me
So
stop.
that goes back to that. I read that Unrivaled still has to bring on 9 players. I guess some players only did a 1 year contract. AU is going after players early. They're unrivaled top competitor. Um, they may be T Carmella, but Unrivaled, man, you can never underestimate Unrivaled. You
Ooh.
know what I'm saying? And you know what, T. Carmella, what makes Unrivaled so real and they're gonna be the top dogs is because they care about their players. For one, they care about their players. They set that system, they set the system and the foundation down from day one. They got everything in that those women could possibly want. So that for them, they're putting the players over the money because the money is
Mhm.
just it's constantly coming in from all athletes and billionaires or whatever. So you know, AU is a good for them to go play too, but it's something. Unrivaled is a difference maker because who don't want to go and play in the off season where they're appreciated? Where hey, if I need to go to the gym, you know what I'm saying? If I need to go to the gym, if I need to, I can bring my children. You know what I'm saying? While I play and being that the players that went last year when they come this year, hey, you know what I'm saying? I know because you don't play about your kids. You don't just leave your kids with
Sure
anybody.
don't.
You know what I'm saying? So they built a trusting system up. And when you build a trusting system up for your players, that is something that will last. When you put it money over people, let me tell you what you have today can be gone tomorrow. I don't care how much money you have, but enough is enough. They don't care about their players, so this will continue to happen until till we stand 10 toes down for the
Mm.
CBA.
Well, I tell you what, ADP, I sure agree with that. I
Yeah,
agree
because
with you
it's getting
100%.
tiring, so pretty soon it's tiring. We couldn't even enjoy. Yeah, our team. Ooh, Lord have mercy, our team. But you know what I'm saying? Like we couldn't even enjoy the season when the season first started. I was like, something's not right, guys. I was like, it don't feel right. The teams didn't even come out playing like we know they could play. These
Right.
teams are not playing their best this year.
Hmm.
Like we know they can play overall. So it's like you can see it in the atmosphere, and you notice so pretty Tony and Miss D. They why is it? Answer this question. Why is it that every other league that our players go to, they are so happy, but when they come back to the W, they are not happy. They go to All Star game. Oh, they having the best time of their life. You know what I'm saying? They
They're
go
enjoying themselves big time.
They go to Unrivaled, they play. They having the best time of their life. Now you had some chirping, but they weren't chirping about the rooms or of all the stuff they were spoiled with. They were chirping more about the game.
Right.
Oh yeah.
The game being unfair. So
Right.
I, I'm praying and I'm hoping that they can stand 10 toes down with the CBA because change is coming. Change has to come for these women. They get out there and they play for us all the time, and we be
Right.
fussing, and I'm over here nurturing. Y'all be fussing at them. Y'all be getting them right, but that's out of love and respect. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You gotta have two parts. You cannot have a nurturing system and not have the hardcore too. That's what I that's what I say about Keisha so pretty Tony and Miss D guys. Like, right, they so hardcore or whatever. And
Mhm.
so you kind of need that balance. Now, can ADP come out her shell? Yes, she can. I don't play about my people. I don't play about his people. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like protecting. I like to protect or whatever. Um, but it's crazy work. They're really gonna have to do this thing. They can't let up. They just can't.
You see what T Carmella said? I think the new league is gonna be good. Hopefully they could be like unrivaled and the players will enjoy playing. Also you get the players that's not as popular as because I think Unrivaled has Paige before Paige became Dallas Wing, you have Flauget, you have Latson, Tanaya Latson. So hopefully they could bring in the other leagues could bring in other players that would not get a shot with Unrivaled or whatever. So I think it's a good. The more leagues, the better, and it gives players more opportunity to play professional, and hopefully no players be left behind. So yeah, I think those two leagues are pretty good. I like it. The
Mhm.
more leagues,
Mhm.
the better.
Mhm.
You need more opportunities for the ladies to get out there and play professional basketball in the United States instead of going overseas.
And then they got to come in and also they got to come in and be able to get a fair chance. You know what I'm saying? Like some of them don't even get to play, or they don't either have any playing time coming in, or they get traded before we can even see what they have, or if they could work with that system. But yeah, I think that's a blessing for T Carmelo for them to be able to come with those type of leagues or whatever because I know Ariel Powers, she's playing overseas in Turkey, if I'm not mistaken. She posted up there. She had a little inspirational moment, and we were up there encouraging her or whatever. And she's actually a sweet girl. She actually commented back, but I'm just saying, like, sometimes it all goes back to delayed, not denied. So she was lucky and able to go over there and be able to play. And she was like, I feel, what I'm saying? I feel so relaxed and so versus I think don't we have a is that the AU league with Deja Kelly and all them gonna be in there?
Yeah, that's a
Mm,
different league.
yeah.
Yeah, that's the one. I wonder if they connected to the WNBA because it feels
No,
like the
that I don't.
WNBA. Okay, because that's the WNBA don't seem threatened by them. It seems threatened by Unrivaled and not AU for some reason.
Because you know what?
Mhm.
Rival, if you play the game right, you win, right? You got to play chess instead of checkers.
Right.
So who's to say now? I don't know for sure, but who's to say that the people that are investing in the W are not investing in Unrivaled, and that Unrivaled is not taking the people from the W. Who's to say that's not happening too?
Oh,
That
they
is
did turn
true.
down the contract. You hear about that? They did turn down the first another offer, which I think they should have. The players. I read that before I came up.
Why do you think they turned down the $1 million
It wasn't
contracts?
really $1 million. It wasn't. It wasn't a good contract.
Hmm.
It
Which one?
wasn't a good one.
He talking about which one? He talking about
Recently. They turned down a
oh,
I think it's supposed to start at 250 to like maybe a million. They turned it down. They should have.
Golly.
that's a lot of money.
Yeah, but I'm sure they turned it out. I gotta read it again, but I think probably because
Oh, she did say.
they wanted the revenue sharing. They wanted the more than 9%, and I think that's why they turned it down as well. Oh, it is
Hmm.
supported by the W.
Oh,
That's
oh.
why. So they kind of sneaky with it. That's one
Okay,
that
that goes back to
they kind
Miss
of
D's
sneaky.
point where she said, why did they
Yeah,
feel threatened by Unrivaled? Because Unrivaled take
they
Unrivaled,
independent, right?
but they're just, this is where, hey, this is a money thing, guys, and this where it goes like Unrivaled. Hold up, wait a minute. We didn't expect we were talking junk. We didn't expect Unrivaled to be doing like it's doing in the first season, and then Unrivaled coming back, and they got, man, those donors, and they coming by the dozens. You hear me? And who's to say when you got that up and running and people see you got something going on, they gonna leave the W and invest more in Unrivaled.
And they got the NBA players invested in it. So a lot of NBA players signing name like Steph
They
Curry.
got yeah, they got NBA
Mhm.
players, they got Coco, they got no Serena. They trying to do the W, but they got some more this year. Like they steady coming. Every time you turn around, somebody saying they are gonna be a part of Unrivaled, and that's the thing, it's ongoing because they see the vision down the line. They don't just look at what's going on now, and that's how you got to do when you running a business. What to come on said? If they are willing to offer 250 to 1 million, then they have money to pay them, and they are
That they
playing
do.
hardball with the players.
Exactly.
I'm happy they
Mhm.
turned it down.
Yeah.
You're right, T. Carmela, because listen, change is coming. Change is
Yeah.
coming because they have been doing this for so long. Just like with our Sky, they've been doing this to players for so long. I don't care how much you make. I don't care what you have. When you mess around with God's people, you're gonna find out the hard way. That's all I'm gonna say with that one. But yeah, I'm happy they turned it down, and they gotta stand 10 toes down on it because if they don't stand 10 toes down on it, then we're looking at 5 or 6 more years of this crazy work, right? But I believe
Right.
they are because I laugh and be joking about fee and stuff like that. I know when a person ain't feeling you, and at All Star, she was not feeling that lady at all.
So she's trying to act like she was partying, Kathy. Kathy was acting like she partied, but when it came down to business, she ain't really you know,
Well, Captain knows how to turn it on and off too.
exactly.
Right, right. Like we don't, girl. You was not trying to party with them in your good shoes. Come on, girl.
Exactly. She's
Bye.
trying to butter them up so they want to
Mhm.
see what she doing behind the scenes. Like,
Yeah,
stop it.
it's a game. It's a
Right.
it's a game. That's how she was like, go on, go on, do what y'all gotta do. Oh, okay. So in front of the camera, you know what I'm saying, you want to act like this, but then when the
Exactly.
camera's off, you want to
And
be
feet saw
Mhm.
right through that. She's like, you know what?
Yes, indeed.
like they know
She
no
did see
you
my
would,
place.
and another thing, they didn't expect all those players to be in that meeting.
Nope. Nope. Not at all.
And this new generation, they don't back down for nothing or nobody. They don't play.
Mm.
Let me say, yeah, they letting it be known it's not about the money for real. They just not used to the bright lights being on them. They've been saying more money for years now. It's not about the money.
Hmm. Wow.
All I know is when it comes to that, they need to pay those ladies,
Exactly.
and they're gonna pay those ladies regardless. I don't care. Everybody, you know what I'm saying? This this is what's so crazy. And you notice this happens in life. When you have a situation, everybody got something to say, but they're
Mhm.
not in that situation that you're in. And they're not in these women's shoes. They're not in that situation to say they don't deserve that. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Exactly.
Exactly.
And the men cannot relate as far as the NBA players, guys. Some can't understand what's going on, and some don't. But to
But you
speak
know what the
on
crazy part? Look,
what?
they don't know what's going on with the books, and we don't know either. So how you gonna say that they losing money? How we know they losing money if nobody saw the numbers? They can just say anything. So
Yeah,
why, it's kind of weird. Now for regular Joe Small blow, that's a different story. But when you have NBA players not supporting the WNBA players, it's kind of weird. Like if that happened in reverse, I think the ladies would support the guys. So why would the guys not support the ladies? If you thought, I don't know, it just seems so
because
kind of
people
like,
are built different,
you
and when
know,
I say that, some feel like the woman should stay inside of a box,
right?
and
That's weird. Come on, that's supposed to be all sisters. As far as
they don't get that.
basketball. Yeah,
So you can imagine what you see is what you're gonna get. If they speaking on something like this, just imagine what that. Let me hush. I'm
yeah.
just
I
saying.
know what you say. I know what you say.
I don't want to speak that old nobody household for something.
Kathy was just saying that. Kathy, she probably she don't, please. Kathy was just full of it.
Yeah, but
Ooh,
Trying to butter up Kathy.
change is
Trying to butter
coming.
her up.
We gotta continue to uplift these players.
Yes.
They deserve it, guys. It's so many players that have accomplished so many goals this year, but we don't get to hear about it. And it's kind of like it rubs off on you. You can't. We have our favorites, or whatever, but we can't leave out the other pieces too, just because we have our favorites.
mm-hmm.
The
That's
same
what
way
he
we
said.
root, the same way we root for our favorite players and stuff, we can root for other players. Do you have to like them? No, you don't. You have to give credit where credit is due. Except for guys, I'm just. But you do have to do that,
Mm-hmm.
or
Mm-hmm.
whatever, regardless of how you feel about them, because all of them this year, if the fans went through mental dealing with keep seeing all this stuff over and over again, imagine what all the players are going through. It's not just a selective few, even the ones that's off the chain, even the ones that's having their moments, they all are going through something. Like I said from the beginning, everybody has a story to tell. Everybody. What Ticarella said.
Praise
On
the
Power of the Dream on Prime, Courtney Williams went against the Union, and was the reason that they folded and took that bad deal during COVID. So Kathy knows Courtney is the weak link.
I didn't know that. I gotta go rewatch that. I saw parts of it. Oh wow.
Kathy just doing it for the gram. Such a fraud. Yeah. Well, you know what? We if listen, change is coming for these women. They got to stick together. One person ain't gonna stop the show. She ain't getting it this year. See, Carmela, she ain't getting it. These owners will let them lock out. They can stand it longer. It's sad but true. Real money. This is why we got to change our way of thinking. You know what happens? Real money. Not saying you're not intelligent or smart. You are. What I'm saying is we have to think outside the box. Everybody, when we listen, another lesson.
mm-hmm.
When we have problems in life, sometimes we're so focused on the problem than the solutions. And
Mm-hmm.
that's why we continue to stay in that situation until we think bigger and better. It's all in the mind. You tell me I can't have, but I say I can. Those
Mm-hmm.
people are going to fight for it. If you have one that doesn't stand 10 toes down, that doesn't speak for everybody else, they will plug it in. It'll be plugged in some kind of way. If you think these women didn't have a backup plan and didn't think about that in their decision to fight, they did.
Mm-hmm.
Let me tell you something about women. When women move, we don't tell everybody our move. We don't tell everybody our plays or what we getting ready to do when we stick together. You know why? Because you got people that'll talk against it or try to meddle in it or try to change people's minds. We stick together. We
Yep.
figure out a way. There is a way out. Let them do what they gotta do. These women gotta plan. And listen, everybody and their mama know about the CBA. You don't know what private investors say, hey, I got you. I got you. I got you. What we looking at? You think they didn't look at that overall plan? You think they don't have a backup plan with that too? And we can't say, oh, this player got this and they're not going to help this other player out. We seen Sabrina do it when that girl came into the W. She didn't have any shoes, and Kelsey Plum called and say, hey, such and such, she just coming in, saying she needs some shoes. You know what she did? She sent that girl about 10 pair of shoes or something like that. So and then another thing, what she do? She said, I made a promise to the rookie that I would give her half of this money, and she stood on business. If
Yeah.
they stick together on something big like this concerning their life, then they already got a plan. We just got to trust the process and believe. Of course, they want us to bow down, but when women stick together and when a woman is fed up, if you don't know by now, you better watch out. She is dangerous because you're not going to tell her no. She's coming for it. And these group of women, they are tired.
That's right.
We are tired. If you real money, that CBA is 350 pages. I couldn't read it all, but just from the stuff I touched, I'm like, good gracious, ball of fire. They don't like these players because
Mm.
you know what? They want women to be these robots. You get out there, you play, you shut up. You go play. You do what I ask you to do. You don't do what I ask you to do, and you don't work with the program. Guess what? I'm gonna say this, and then don't come in here confident in
Mm.
yourself and believing in yourself. Oh, we got something for that too. We're gonna try to handle you too. You know
Exactly.
what I'm saying?
So yeah, I
It's
know.
all
Yeah,
it's all a game to them.
they got the
Mhm.
lawyers and they got big backing, but if they stick together, it don't matter what the WNBA have. They stick together, they'll be fine.
And that's sad, real money. I keep trying to tell y'all, go watch the story of the WNBA. They made the league to funnel more money while the NBA was in the off season. They
I
didn't
already
think
knew
it
that.
would ever go mainstream.
Right, we knew that, but but it's not just because it started off like that don't mean you know.
Yeah, and that's the thing. You know what I'm saying? It is rough and they're tired. Don't tell nobody, male or female, what they deserve and what they don't deserve when they get out here and they play the game and they have to play. They don't have a choice. You know what I'm saying? And they're forcing them to play through, allegedly, I guess we'll say that, to play through injuries. They not doing anything good about their mental health. They keep advertising, and if they were doing so good about the women's mental health, then so many people wouldn't be in that situation. They'd be like, hey, you know what I'm saying? How people get shout outs and stuff for helping them when they go through or dealing with stuff. You don't hear that. You hear shout outs from like people in their circle, you know what I'm saying, or other coaches or something like that. Before it's the organization, you don't hear that. Like Shamika, she had Pat Summit, she had Pat. You know what I'm saying? You hear stories like that, but you don't hear the W actually had my back. They don't have these women's back. They don't. It's money.
Yeah.
It's money over the players, and they are entitled to what they are asking for, and they're going to get it.
Yeah, the lack of support sometimes. I know I've been kind of silent here and letting you spit because you're doing a great job. You
Yeah, go
know,
ahead.
they have to just they have to at some point look at what they have. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
this is a golden opportunity for the W to do some great things. So while having that, they need to look at what their investment is for the long haul. Because what's
Mm-hmm.
coming in, the players that's coming in based off of the sophomores and the rookies you have now, and what's coming in, your future is really what's coming in.
Right.
The sophomores and the rookies now are just the beginning, right? Because everybody else is pretty much out of there. And,
Mm-hmm.
you know, your beast, your goat, right? Your beast is your is fee. Your goat is Asia. They still got roughly about a good, I would say Fee got another 3 years, 3, 4 years. She'll probably push it. Probably she can go as probably about as long as dang old crazy girl went on Phoenix that's gone. I used
Mm-hmm.
to always call her nose. But it just simply depends. They have to figure out a way to bring a balance when it comes to offering the money. The money is not a problem. They need to stop making it a freaking problem
Mm-hmm.
and give them what they need. With the season being extremely short, do they need and that's where it becomes one of those things where they say, well, why are we worried so much about how much? How much? Well, I guess what? The season isn't long enough, and yes, they are going to push the season. They're going to have to extend the season, and the extending the season is coming uh,
Mm.
as well. But you have to give them what they're worth. I mean, you don't have the amenities that the players need. You don't
Right.
have the health insurance. So all of that stuff is coming now, right? They didn't
Mm-hmm.
have that before. Some of it is already here.
Mm-hmm.
It just came into play like a year or so ago. The other things with the insurance, it finally came. It came in. What was it? 3 years ago, where the players didn't have that. If you get injured and you sit out right now, they still have no cap space to play players while they're sitting out if they tear their ACLs and stuff like that. Anything that's a season in an injury, there's no way to compensate and play these ladies for the remainder of their season. So they're out of that money. So I
Mm-hmm.
don't understand why it's that difficult. The males get paid regardless.
Yes.
An example of that, what's her name? Benaja, who played for the Liberty, they suspended her contract after she got injured.
Yeah,
So yeah,
yeah,
so in the NBA that would never happen like that.
yeah. They said, oh, you went over here and you went and played there and
All
you
right,
got hurt.
yeah, right.
You're done. That's it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's exactly what they did too. So pretty soon.
So it's crazy. So it's not that difficult. They just need to figure out a way to pay the women what they're worth. Stop
Mm-hmm.
listening to some of these wannabe janky fans that think they know it. Oh, they don't need that kind of money. You don't know. You're not in
Yeah,
their shoes, and
they
you're
keep
not
spreading
getting
that
hurt like
lie.
these ladies.
Exactly, but they keep saying, and then the people keep repeating it. Even the fans repeat it, and they don't know. Like I said, I haven't seen the number, so how I'm gonna say that they not making no money? They keep saying, "Oh, the WNBA never made any money. They just broke even last year." Like,
No,
really?
they're
In a long
lying.
time.
Well, see, that's just the thing, right? Because the conversations and media can do more damage than good.
Mm-hmm.
As i.e., as you can see, reputations, how they can just kind of ruin a person's career or reputation just because someone pushed one thing out and now it becomes golden, right? Um,
Mm-hmm.
and so we know that that's not true. We know that the issue with dealing with, oh, there's not enough seats being sold. That's not true. Seats are being
Mm-hmm.
sold just because you don't see anybody in them, because players are getting, I mean, fans are getting mad and don't want to go because their teams aren't winning. Doesn't
Right.
mean that the seat isn't sold. The seat is definitely much sold. They already have the money. So the thing is this, hey, if you choose to let your ticket go to waste and not sell it to somebody else, that's on you, right? But you have to give them what they're worth, pay them what they're worth, and let's move on. You do that, players are going to play extra hard for you. They're going to give you the best of what they have, the best of the world, right? So now some of them, they gave you everything that they had in them, but they didn't mind getting hurt, but they knew that if they got hurt, some of them play safe. You won't have to worry about them playing safe at this point if you give them what they need.
Mm-hmm.
The only ones that will play all out are those that know that they're gonna pretty much go to the ship.
Why am I gonna break my neck and battle and do all this stuff for you? And one, you don't want to pay me. Two, if I get hurt, my season's done and you're not gonna pay me.
Right.
Everything has to deal with pay. I'm gonna get less than either way it works. And those that make it to the playoff continues to get paid. Those that don't, the pay stops. So, you
Yeah,
know,
you're right.
that's just my take, man. It's just weird. It's weird as heck. It's
Yeah,
just
it is, and it's just it's draining. Like
yeah,
because it's just it's draining, and then they got to go through it and they fight, and it's a tough decision when you. It's tough when you standing on business and you're fighting because while you're fighting, in the process of fighting, you are dealing with hits
yeah,
from every angle. You dealing with hits. Okay, so I'm fighting for my rights, but you're saying I don't deserve to fight for my rights.
yeah.
Guys, NBA, you're saying I don't deserve. We should just be quiet and just take what we have. And then you come out and you say stuff out of your mouth, and then oh, I didn't mean to say that. It came out the wrong way. No, you meant exactly what you said.
Yeah. They
You
sure do.
just didn't want to. You just didn't think you was gonna get the backlash from other
For
female
what you said.
players,
Yeah.
right, or other NBA players who do agree with how the women should get paid.
Right.
Some some of the men were shockers that said it,
Yeah,
but
they're
then
real
again,
shocked. They didn't
you,
know.
you you think about it, and you like okay, the way he is, kind of his style, you kind of figure, yeah, I wouldn't put it past him to say I don't deserve to get paid. You know what I'm saying? That's he's shown who he is, but it was more than just one NBA player. You know what I'm saying? Speaking against this, who are you to tell what a woman is worth? You don't have that power. You only have the power if the person's mindset is not there like that. But you don't have that power to tell them what they can and cannot have
Right.
because
Right.
we already dealing with it from the W. What is so sad about this? This is a WNBA. The women, the women of the organization, not the players, are not fighting for the other women. Where you do that at? Do we got to go back to the Ida B. Wells? Do we got to go back to the women's suffrage? I mean, like we tired. We always got to fight. It's like, you know what I'm saying. We always got to fight to be heard. We always got to fight to get what we want. You know what I'm saying. And I'm saying, yeah, we got to fight, but dang, it be real serious for the women nowadays. You fight. No, look, nails and everything else. You know what I'm saying? Just to get your point across, just to fight for what's right, not for something I'm trying to be bougie and upscale with. No, this is real talk. This is our lives. Look, so
Yeah.
Pretty Tone and Miss D, did they actually read? Did the men actually that have this opinion? Did they actually go and read the CBA? I
No.
don't think so.
No.
They don't
No.
read the CBA and they don't even watch it,
They
but they
don't.
have an
Yeah. They
opinion
don't know
about it.
what's going on. They
But
don't know what's going
even
on.
if you did watch it or you read the CBA, as a player, how would you like somebody to tell you what you should make?
Right.
How would
I'm
you like
not gonna.
how
You can't. You
even in real
coming in
life?
making a. You coming in making. Look what you making when you
Right, because
when you
look,
come in.
minimum wage in the NBA, I think it said $2 million.
What?
We talk about a person sitting on the bench can make $2
A
million in
person
the
that sit on the
NBA.
bench. Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah, that's
gosh,
minimum wage. That's called that's crazy. That's some good minimum wage. Like, come on.
that's crazy work.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And the
And then
ladies
you
only
take.
asking, they only asking for like $1 million contract. But the guy that's on the bench, just a glorified cheerleader, get $2
Yeah,
million.
the same one that's saying they don't need that kind of money.
Yep.
And
And his
don't
name
you
was.
you know what you know what that is? The ones that are saying that they feel threatened. They don't want them to take what they're getting. They don't want that
Yeah,
money.
because they got to come out of their pay.
Yeah, they don't
Yeah,
want their money to change or
right.
whatever versus us working together because we all love the game of basketball. So we're gonna separate and say, hey, you don't deserve it, like so pretty Tony said, because you messing with my money. If I agree, that's gonna be money taken from me.
Mhm.
If now I don't have a backup plan.
But you know what it
I'm not
is?
investing right.
A lot of a lot of these guys, even just regular guys or the NBA, don't respect the women players. Um, they don't respect them as athletes because they always say, "Well, I could get somebody in college or just a guy off the street to beat you." They don't really respect their them as athletes. They just don't respect them. So it's just it's sad. But then it's kind of weird that you don't see older veterans saying anything. I think that would help. You know,
Yep, you got a point.
that's kind of
Um,
weird. Like a Lisa Leslie, a Tina Thompson, they need them to speak up too. You know,
Well, I mean,
I'm,
Lisa's. I mean, they're
they a
speaking,
little
but
bit.
they're speaking from
I think Cheryl
a
do, but
professional type of tone.
right, right,
Cheryl gets in and she battles because she's on what's his name's panel.
right,
Um,
mhm.
and so it's whatever the topic is, and so
right, right,
and she'll go a little more in depth based off of the questions that are asked.
right.
But before
Cheryl keep it
that,
too real
last
for him
year
though.
she was everywhere, right?
That's why
Nobody
Cheryl is
was,
not in the booth because Cheryl kept it too real. Yeah,
yeah.
so maybe not. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
So I mean, I just think at the end of the day, now I can agree to disagree. Like the guys, they were very nonchalant about the sport. They're starting to come around because they're now have because of the eyes that are on the W. So they're starting to see the game actually for the physicality of it, and they're
Right.
understanding the game a little bit more, and so I can kind of respect them a little bit more for what they're seeing. And now if you're going to critique, you critique it from the right perspective. So
Right.
they're seeing it a little bit different. And before they never even saw the game, and so they were voicing an opinion that they didn't even know, right? But you actually have to watch the game to even know what you're talking about.
Exactly.
So now they're seeing, they're able to actually lay eyes, they're actually able to come and sit down. I mean, let's take a Kyrie Irving and those guys for example, right? They said, man, I've never been to a W game, and I finally got to go sit and watch a game, and man, it was just like so fun. It was like it's so exciting to go actually sit and watch these women play. Man, these women play hard. They play
Mhm.
harder than us. So it's just taking those guys and having them just go to an arena and watch a game.
Yeah,
And
you
once they do that, then they go, "Oh yeah, man, they're definitely well deserved." But they're saying that, and then they don't know what the women make. And then the other ones that really say it are the ones that are already retired, no longer playing. They
yeah.
have an opinion based off of crap that they don't know, stuff that they see online, and then they base the analysis that they can kind of give a segment on, and they don't know 2 cents about the player.
And see, and that's the thing. See, and another thing too. So pretty Tony is we see the big picture. They actually see it and they feel threatened because look, the W last year was they were more entertaining to me than the NBA
Yeah,
last
the NBA is starting to drag.
year. Yeah.
Oh yeah. The last I would say the last at least I mean it's been like that for a while, but at least the last 5 years, women's basketball, whether it be college or professional, has been better than the men's college and professional. Like the last 5 years, the women's basketball tournament for the college has been better than the guys.
Hmm.
Like I was watching the draft. I barely knew. I think I knew the top five players. The rest of them was overseas players. I didn't know who they was. I'm
Yeah,
like,
they
who are
get
these
kind of
players?
outrageous with that,
Who are these
right?
players?
So you
I've
got
never
all
heard of these
these
guys.
American players, and don't get me
Right,
wrong, those overseas players are great. Are
right,
they deserving? Yes, but I mean, you should look within.
before looking on the outside.
Right, because you watching the draft and it's not, I used to love watching the draft. Now, like, I don't know who these people are. So there's no excitement because you don't know who these players are. You don't get a chance to see overseas players like that.
Mm-hmm. And,
Uh-uh.
and that's the thing. What it all boiled down to is they feel threatened,
Look,
and
look.
they feel threatened. That's why they won't join together and actually stand 10 toes down for
But
the women.
there's no reason for them to feel threatened. I don't get it. I mean,
Because
I don't know.
the W is where it's at.
Right. Well, yeah. Well, the NBA they
Look,
did
look,
themselves a disservice.
look.
Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Last year, last year lessons were learned. People came in and showed the people that have been in the league how to make their own money. You know what I'm saying, outside of the league or whatever, just by leading by example. Now you got everybody doing podcasts.
All right.
You got people getting shoe deals. You got people doing commercials. You got people doing more of what they didn't do before, or whatever. So they're gonna feel threatened because the W is a threat. It is. That's what other reason when they won't don't want to come together? They are a threat to their money. They are a threat to their ratings and entertainment. That's what it boiled down to.
Yep, that's crazy.
But yeah, ladies. So we're gonna get ready to do our final thoughts, and then we're gonna get up out of here.
Okay,
Um,
dope.
okay, so we'll start with So Pretty Tony. What are your final thoughts on McBuckets? Look, we done hit everything tonight as we do. Look, that's how you do it, right?
Of
Um,
course, of course.
we talked about the playoffs and stuff, and the play. What's her name again for the Fever? She's coming. They just signed her for 7 days.
Oh, talking about Kyra Lambert.
Okay, Kyra Lambert.
Yes.
So we talked about her being an add-on or whatever and stuff like that. We dipped into the CBA. We did a little less the fighting power and everything. And somehow we got into the subject of somebody else, but we ain't gonna mention that because we'll be here another hour.
Man, boy, that's a terror right there. That ooh.
Boy,
Look. Why do I always have to be argument? ADB counselor? Why?
it's
Versus Alexis Moore as now. You jump on me about
huh.
Miss Lil Debo. Why you do
Oh
that?
wow.
Lil
I don't know.
Debo.
Here we go.
You know
Go
what?
ahead.
I think that what I'm saying. We have. It's good that we're different. Everybody's not
I
gonna
feel
think
double
the
team. The counselor and the coach.
Miss D,
Well,
we got to keep it real. We got to keep it real. And
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
sometimes people don't like to hear the truth. I'll be like,
yeah.
no, you know what I'm saying? Like when my son's father say something, and I know
Donna
that's
C
me.
said, Donna
I
C
know
said don't
that's
fall
me.
for
I
it.
know I'm so
Exactly.
feisty and feisty, and he'd be like,
Donna C said don't fall for it.
I know I'm not, daughter. You know what
Donna,
I'm
you
saying?
lucky I didn't have my soundboard with me. I'm on the road. I would have
Yeah.
had my little soundboard, but
Yeah.
Yeah, but guys in the chat, one thing about Miss D, you ain't gonna talk her out of how she feel, right?
Yes, D boy.
She gonna stand 10 toes down and look, and she gonna keep bringing it back to make no. We standing 10 toes down. How I feel. You're not putting us in the trick bag. See, she done learned the trick bag from K-Sap. Now
Yeah, I don't feel it. I just let
she
let
be
it
trying to
roll.
put us in the trick bag. K-Sap, Keisha, and Bro Clark, and L. But we not falling for it. We're not falling for the trick bag with Miss D. We're gonna keep it real.
So it's
So
a battle in the chat, y'all. Real
so
money and T Carmella.
Oh
They
T
yeah.
Carmella,
battling.
I don't worry about T Carmella because she can handle her own.
I see they
We just
battling.
watch the action. T Carmella keep her foot on their neck, so we
Right.
Yes,
Real money.
real
indeed.
You got a pound in your hand.
real money like to troll.
Like he like to stir up some stuff and like to
Yeah,
stir
he
up
like,
Uh,
some
but
stuff.
but he good, but he like to do that. And T Carmela, she is just not one to play with.
Yeah, he cool. He cool. He cool.
Yeah, real money is cool. He just
Yeah.
like doing that. You talking about somebody coming in and fire you up like BD or come on the panel and he'll say
Right.
one thing, we all about to go ham.
Yep.
You
Yep.
know what
Go
I'm
and get
saying?
him. He almost like Duvall. He be like Duvall. Duvall. Where are you going with it? Where you going with that?
What you talking about?
Right. What you talking about, Willis?
He got that big thing of angel honey
Mhm.
in his house or
Mhm.
whatever.
Uh-huh. Hey,
So,
ADP, did you put everybody's uh channel in the chat, or
no,
had them put everybody's channel in the chat? I
um, t-
forgot
uh,
about that earlier.
oh yeah, Donna T Carmela, can y'all drop our links in the chat? I forget to do that
Oh yeah.
during the live.
Yeah.
Yeah, um, cause we're okay. So where you got? Okay, guys, where
Oh,
are you
final
guys
thoughts.
at? Where are you
Oh, okay.
at? Oh yeah.
Oh,
Yes, Miss D, do your final thoughts, but where
Yeah.
y'all at far as
Let me get to my final thoughts real quick.
okay.
okay.
So for as me, my final thoughts on McBucket. Like I said in the very beginning, the Quiet Assassin, um, phenomenal player. She's battled through some things, fighting through them, and has come out and has just shined. Right, the execution of this young lady has been great. I've loved absolutely everything that she's done. Um, Putting up the numbers that she's put up, executing the way that she's executed, couldn't ask for anything more from her as a teammate, um, and as an individual player when you need her to come in and do the things that she's doing. And just again, just recapping her 2025 season and the things that she's done. Um, this year, again, her stat line is super simple. Field goal percentage 42.8%, field goal 3-point percentage is 40.2, free throw percentage is 93.8, and just the efficiency. Her efficiency is mad crazy, 17.1 on the efficiency, right? And then we boil down and we break down just averaging per night, at best. She's averaging 14.8 points, rebounds 2.4, assists per game 3.4, and steals 1.3 per game. Remember, so she has a complete stat line across the board.
Mm-hmm.
So having that and playing alongside of Fee and the rest of the ladies that she's playing with, they're all happy. They're all excited to play with each other. They're all having a phenomenal season this year and bouncing off of each other and being able to just feed each other. You don't have a one out trying to outplay the other on one team. And so they're balanced. And she gives this team the fighting chance when they look like they're struggling in a game. They look for who? McBuckets. And that's why it correlates, that name fits her so well. Um, Again, I think that they will end up in the finals. I think that they will probably more than likely win it. I think the teams that will come in and battle with them will give them a nice run in the playoffs. Will be teams like the Mercury. If Liberty can get themselves together, the Liberty LA has a really good team. They just have to learn to play together, and then they have to be able to put a set solid five. Brinks is a blocking machine. She is so long, right? So you have all of these teams that'll come in and give them an opportunity to give them great competition in the playoffs, but will not. I just do not believe that they will be able to give them so much of a fight that they won't be able to get take them all the way through an entire set series within that round that they're in. So, but again, McBuckets, that's my stat on her. Great job on bringing her up again. ADP,
It was a good pick tonight. Good choice on the perfect individual. And yeah, thanks for having me on your panel tonight.
Oh, you're so welcome. So pretty, Tony. It's so pretty, Tony. You used to not come up, but you was like, ADP, I'm gonna come over there. And I was like, okay. I was like, okay. I'm so excited because when you start these podcasts, because we gotta start coming and checking you out on your podcast and joining
Yes,
yours.
yes,
Um,
yes.
because when you starting out, you don't have about two or three or maybe five people
Hmm.
in the chat or whatever that you're talking to. Sometimes it might be two, but
Hmm.
you keep it going, you keep going, and this is how we do it. So when you start your shows, you let all of us know, like, hey, I'm going live, and we're gonna be able to join you because this is something big, and we have to stick together, and so we have to help each other out. So where are your how many subs do you have now, So Pretty Tony?
Right now, I have. Let me get to my channel. I have. Well, earlier today when I looked, I had 52 subs. Now I have 53. I have 53 subs. And so yeah. So my channel, I went ahead. My draft was done today. It looks pretty good. It looks pretty good. So my sample page is ready. I'm probably going to be ready to put it up sometime tomorrow, if not by the end of the weekend. So yeah, I'll be ready to go.
Oh, so that's gonna be good, and then we can start heading over there. And another thing too, when we're on the different when we're in the when we're in the chat, if you're not on the panel, keep this is what I found to work when I was doing it for, like, I still do it like for KSAP, and everybody drop their links, right? So Pretty Tony, when you
Mm-hmm.
keep doing that, by the time you get off, it gets you subs. But the key to it is you have to keep posting your link after so many, keep posting after so many, after so many people, keep
Oh,
posting.
come in. Yes,
Yeah.
gotcha.
So
Yeah.
and then so when we in on your show or we in your chat, we just keep posting your link, keep posting your link. Or
Okay.
Mark make some, but Mark bring make some flyers or whatever, and say, hey, like, share, and subscribe, to my channel. You could just say that. Look, just say that real quick and be done, and just post it on your shorts or whatever.
Oh
But
yeah,
one
yeah.
thing about it is, KSAP is very good about this. When he that you should keep posting your link or whatever, but he'll be
Hmm.
like, hey, so Pretty Tony is at such and such number. Help her to get to 100, or help her to get to 200. Okay, or what? Okay, so Pretty Tony, you're at what now? Okay, we're gonna come over. Are you gonna come on the panel? We're gonna get you some more subs.
Right,
So
right.
you are in the right family with this, because Bro Clyde want, hey, link up with me so you can get your watch hours. You know what I'm saying? You don't
Gotcha.
necessarily have to be on my panel. You just link up, and you can do that. And then you have where you go, like you've been going on Keisha shows, and L show and stuff like that. You can drop your links in the chat, or you can say, hey, chat, what I'm saying, drop your links or whatever the case may be. And they'll drop them for you. One thing I can say about the chat, they want everybody to win. You know what I'm
I love
saying?
it. I love it. I love it.
We come together for everybody to win. So what they'll do is they'll say, "Hey, drop So Pretty Tony's link, drop her link." And everybody get in there, and we be on one accord, and we just keep doing it all through, through the chat, through the night. And sometimes you'll get more people to do it, and sometimes people are not in position to do it. They might be tired or whatever.
Yeah. Right,
That's
right.
why but you'll have someone in there that will do it for you. Same thing with Miss D. Miss D, you have two channels. You got two channels. So if you want them to sub to both of your channels, drop both of those links in there.
Oh,
because
definitely.
you
Yeah.
know they know Miss D. So if they sub to one, you know they'll sub to another one. Where are you with your subs, Miss D?
What, 107 last my check? Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
So that's okay too, cause hey, I started out with 10, and I'm just now getting to. I think I'm at 382. But everybody, it's a time and a season for everything. For me, I put others before myself because I know God got my back, right? So I'm in the
Right.
chat and I'm posting for KSAP and Keisha and Bro Clock constantly and L. I'm doing this because I'm like, I believe in their dreams. I believe in their system. So um guys, so what this is what we got to start doing. You got to post those links in the chat. You got to in the chats or whatever, if you have the time, link to Bro Clark's channel. That'll get you subs too, because believe it or not, people be coming in the daytime, the midnight, the in between hours, the
Yeah, yeah.
Right. They like
they,
broke off.
and they love they love them some K-Sap and Keisha and Broclaw. So
Yep.
if the team is rooting for you, they will root for you too, and they'll.
Right.
Yeah, I keep missing Bro Club, man. Bro Club goes at 11, and then sometimes he'll sneak and he'll jump on at 10. I'm like, Bro Club, are you going to be at 11 or you going to be at 10?
Right.
But,
Yeah, yeah,
that's sometimes those are like the busy times because I'm usually at work and I'm like, okay, I can't take my lunchtime at that time because,
yeah.
something's going on at that moment.
He used to
Right.
sometimes he used to do like sometimes every now and then he'll do in the middle of the day. So Pretty Tony, or
Yeah,
whatever, but more he's been doing the crash outs lately. So he'll do those early times or whatever.
yeah.
But it.
I always
Um,
catch him, but he's either almost done or midway through. So I just joined the chat.
Yeah,
Right.
and that's okay. That's okay too, because one thing about all of us, we one win, we all gonna win. So we're gonna get you there. We're gonna get each other there. I just know
Right.
it's that for me it was like when I get a sub, if I get one or two guys, I'd be so excited and so happy. Like,
Right.
but I know it's all in his time and for us me getting to the 500. And sometimes you got to when you find your path, when you're dealing with these podcasts and you start your podcast, you got to
Uh,
decide, am I going to be on one sport, or am I going to be a variety of things? Because that's how you draw your audience too. If you have where, hey, I'm gonna do the sports, I'm gonna do this, that, or whatever. So Pretty Tony, it draws more people in too, or whatever, to your show or whatever and stuff like that. But
yeah,
it's gonna come or whatever as we continue to work together. And when you start going on and start doing your show, see, you got your big headphones. ADP ain't got them big headphones yet, boy. I gotta have
oh
Pete.
yeah, I got several of those, man. I just say which
Like
one I'll
you,
put on today, man.
like you know what I'm saying, you ready, Miss D. You know who you got to call. You got to call the boss. But Miss D pretty much got her set up. But if you would like want to do your add some effects and stuff to your stream yard,
Look, I ain't that good. I was guessing on a lot of that stuff, so I
and then your
I learned
intro,
it.
like
Yeah.
I gotta sit down and go
I'm
your
still trying to do an
intro.
intro. Right. I don't know how to do an intro that good. I'm trying to find a good intro. I don't know.
Well, that's when you email KSAP and say, do you have time or whatever, and he'll help you. You know what I'm saying? Like he'll help you or whatever. What happened with me is when someone, I know that the guys are really busy with their podcastings and stuff, so I don't like to ask them too much, even if I need a little help, like
Right.
even giving people a wrench, because
Right.
I like to, hey, I appreciate you. Thank you for taking out that time. So if you already showed me before I text you, and it might be 3 months later. Look, guys, I'm still dealing with that thing. Before I text you, I'm gonna be trying to do it myself. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Right.
And it's hard, Miss D, with the
Right.
intro.
Yeah. Yes.
until you get used to it.
Trying to
Even with
find
your
it.
podcast, you fight for what you want to talk about. You fight for what you believe. And when you keep doing the podcast, like for me, I'm nervous. When I get on L's panel and anybody else's panel, I'm actually nervous up there. Or whatever, but I still manage to do it. But like it's like when you have your own podcast, it helps you to get better and go up there,
Right.
because one thing about Keisha and Elle, when I noticed they had me on the show the first time, is they know how to handle you for as like okay, how do we get ADP? She over there quiet, but I know if I say this or
Correct.
I say this, ADP is gonna come out her shell. And I watch them like they know it's so funny. They like the big sisters. And that's how we
Mhm.
are. We are it's a sisterhood or whatever, and working together and get you comfortable and stuff like that. But you have no limits unless you put them on yourself. So you got a nick for it, so pretty Tony.
Oh,
And
definitely.
you
You
and
do.
you and Miss D, you got a nick for it too. We all this is the
I
thing.
appreciate that.
We all have love for the sport. Everybody's not going to do the exact same way or the exact same thing, but the love for the sport, the
Mhm.
genuine love, the entertainment, the knowing all that stats and stuff, guys. Y'all know y'all can have that, right? ADP will take notes and have a note cards and everything, sticky notes. I'm with you on that, but I found my way in talking about the play why? Because I love people, so I can talk about the players and say, hey, this player's in such and such. Okay, now you can watch their game. I found this is me. This is who I
Right.
am. But it took me a minute, so pretty Tony and Miss D, to get there and finding out. And even and adding my art in there and still with my products, I'm still able to post that. And I'm still able to go up there and do my testimonies and stuff like that. So I didn't put myself inside of a box. Anything I come out with, it's like it's a testimony, it's some art, it's some life stuff, it's so many different things or whatever, but it all boiled down to one gift that God has given me, right? And so I just want people like you guys to know that whatever you need me to do, I'm here, because it's like people be like, how do you love people or you care about people you don't even know like that? The same way God and Jesus love me. You know what I'm saying? And I
Right.
see them in my heart, but I haven't seen them. So I fight for if you want to do these podcasts, I'm gonna post your links. That's why you see me posting those links. If you want to do your podcast, hey, I gotta do like a little mini short. Hey, I'm here. Hey, we got Tulip, we got So Pretty Tony, got Miss D, we got all the crew. Let me go ahead and put this on this social media, TikTok, even though TikTok's strict to TikTok, but hey, you never know, or whatever. Put it on your TikToks, Miss D, and so
Okay.
Tony, put it
I
on your.
can't get it on my TikTok. I can't get that on my TikTok. I've been trying to get my YouTube on the TikTok. I'm like, how? I
What
don't know.
you
Yeah, we
um
gonna get
no,
there.
no, put even if you do a display or a visual aid or something, let me say,
Yeah.
you've been an educator teaching, visual aid always works. That's why case I said your presentation, your thumbnails and all that stuff, it works. So you having a good thumbnail too, so pretty tuner with y'all thumbnails, that I've been taught the boss say, your thumbnails to make a difference, make people want to see, hey, what is going on with this? You know what I'm saying? Or when it pops up, so it's about presentation. It is about having a good presentation when it comes to, certain stuff in your setups and just working with it. You get frustrated, guess what? Come back day 3, day 4 when you're not frustrated. But that's
Right.
when I do my best, is when I'm going through something or I'm frustrated. It's crazy work, right?
Super crazy.
But that's when I do my best work, because I'm fighting. I'm fighting like, hey, I believe in myself too, as I'm believing in others. So if I want the best for myself, I want it for you guys too. So we're gonna get to the 500, and it's not, we're gonna get over that. You know what I'm saying? You guys are great. You're great at what you do, and I'm gonna end this live by saying that McBuckets is McBuckets. I'm proud of McBuckets. I I didn't know her before until coming into the W and
Mhm.
listening to K-Sap and Bro Clock go back and forth because that's his girl. He don't play about no McBuckets. And
Yep.
so so by them doing that, I'm able to watch the game. When Brooke used to say, "Hey, Brooklyn used to come and say, hey, these are all the college students are coming into the W." You learn that stuff, right? Or whatever and stuff. But I just wish Matt Buckets the best. She's a fighter, she's a dog, she's gonna continue to make things happen because she knows how to fight through the storm and believe in herself. She told you it's not easy now. It wasn't easy. You do come and you do question yourself, but guess what? She had the right people around her at the right time. That makes a difference too. When you are going through and you had the right people around to help you. And that's what Matt Buckets had, and she just doesn't get the credit like she should. And I know
Right.
they cannot give you all the credit that you deserve. But come on, let's be for real. The girl is balling. She's fought through injuries. That stuff ain't easy to come back through an injury, or whatever. And I see them. I see the Lynx winning the chip. Matt Bucket's gonna continue to do her thing because one thing about Matt Bucket, she on fire and she's consistent. Sometimes she may have some games you be like, now Matt Bucket, I know you can do, but at least she gonna bring you them. She's still gonna bring you some points. She's still gonna make some things happen. You know what I'm saying? So I just wish Matt Bucket's the best. I'm glad. Thank you guys for being on the panel for supporting Matt Buckets or whatever. And there's more to come with the different players because they need to get their flowers and don't get it twisted. You can have one sub or whatever, and you don't know when they're watching your channel
Right. No,
or their
yeah, you're
PR
right.
team is watching. We already know they're watching, but when the PR team or such and such and they go back, it is a difference in these women's lives, what they're going through when they come on, when they listen to somebody podcast, not making them a idol, but respecting them in the game and their play. They need that. That's their therapy too. That's why they be looking for stuff, and that's why they got PR people.
Right. I agree. I agree. This is a good laugh. You know what? My
Yep.
It's
buckets. Kayla's gonna do a great job. I mean, she's the key for them to win a championship. She's unsung
true.
hero of the team. Besides, Fee. And so whatever if she has a good game and play just her way, play like we know she could play. The Lynx are unstoppable. So yeah, this is a good
Mhm.
build on Kayla.
T. Carmella, it's gonna
What
be
happened?
Paige. It's gonna be
Yeah.
Paige. It's gonna be
Yeah.
Paige Beckers.
Look. It was already Paige at the beginning. Now she show and proved that it was her. That she is the girl. So thank you, Donna C.
I like it. I like it a lot.
Yeah, yeah. Donna been my day one. Her and Big Girl and stuff with my art and stuff. Yeah, Donna. I'm going. Listen, guys. ADP at this moment is in a situation delayed but not denied. And I want when allow me to release it, I will. That's why I say, you know what I'm saying. When you going through something, that's when I do my best work. But if Donna had to put that, I probably wouldn't have said nothing. You know what I'm saying until like it was really time to release that testimony, or whatever. But this comes with it. When you fight for people, this the type of stuff that comes with it. But hey, I'm a fighter, so I'm gonna get through it. So I'm bringing some more artwork and stuff. I'm starting to draw more of the WNBA players and stuff, different players instead of my like my Angel Reese and Camilla. Once I get them down pat, and then I draw something else or with my art and stuff like that. So you'll see some of your favorites on the pouches and different stuff and notebooks and stuff. It's just getting the right people to work with me on that because it's expensive when you're doing like the notebooks and all that, or whatever. But it's more to come. There's no limit. I'm not putting no limit on me. So thank you, Donna, for that. Thank you, T. Carmella, for coming in. What T.
Thank you,
Carmella?
chat.
Paige definitely will win it. Yeah, T. Carmella, they already got that thing set up. But guys, we love you. Have a happy Friday.
Thank you, ADP,
Well,
and thank you,
you're
so
welcome.
pretty.
Yeah, anytime.
I
This was
think
this
Full
was
Court
fun.
Trio is tomorrow. I think he is tomorrow the 15th. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
Yep.
It is.
Okay, so Keisha is calling the game, and we
Okay.
just gotta. I missed what she said till later of going on the live. I just have to get my little one Moo to sleep. That's why I go on deep block
Oh.
because
Yeah.
Moo be fighting guys over here. He be fighting at sleep.
Oh. Do you take naps in the middle of the day?
No, because we be on the go. So I homeschool Kason
Okay.
because
Right.
I do one on one with him because I have to be his voice. You know, and
Right.
the only grade I've taught was pre-K for 12 years. But with Kason, he's 7. He's starting homeschool with first grade, and I have to take him to speech and OT or whatever. And that's
Mhm.
what you call sacrifice. And I've worked since I was 10 years old, guys. I am in my 40s. So if I need to sacrifice and take a break, guess what? That's what I'm gonna do. And guess
Right.
who's supplying all my needs? My God.
That's
So
right.
that's where I'm at with him. So sometimes he'll take a nap and sometimes he don't. He a little firefighter or whatever.
See?
So I have a 23, I have a 23-year-old, I have a 17, I have a 17-year-old. This is his last year. And then I have Kason who was a twin. So I had a total of 4 and one is in heaven. So
Okay.
um
Mm.
so this is what I'm doing now or whatever and stuff like that. And my senior over here, he's self-taught, straight A's, don't have to worry about nothing. He already getting ready to start his college courses next semester. So
All
we on the
right.
road over here. We busy, but you
I
know them
There
kids
you
see.
go.
they get the big headed. So we go through the big headed moments and everything they think they know. Whew, I deal with that too. You know what I'm saying? If I have any drama, I call the dads because that's what they there for too. With that, because I'm the nurturer. I'll be like, wait a minute. I got to call
Right.
911 dad. So, but
Yes,
what,
indeed. Well, you know me. You know my rise is at 5, so you know how
oh
that
yeah,
Oh
I
goes.
know.
wow. Yeah.
I
Oh,
got to
you're on
get up
time.
with
Yeah.
him
Yeah.
at 5:30. Okay. So guys, y'all have a good night. Thank
All
you for
right. Good
showing
night,
up.
everybody.
Okay. Good night.
Good night.
Peace.
So Chris, I'm crazy.
Bye bye.
Good night, y'all.
Bye bye.